understand which is Bali. Is it Bali what you said now? Which language be that, I beg? Eh? Good evening. Good evening, good evening. You say Baliwo. I said, which one Baliwo? I don't understand it. You get one Yoruba with quiz. You get one Yoruba with quiz. Speak yours now.
Okay.
Before she muted, I don't understand. I mean, which Yoruba be this way you speak? Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to our Facebook and our YouTube. You say anything we say here until we say yes, Nasi B. It's allegedly. Oh. Me will cover that with allegedly. Some people say they don't go back or bagushi. Some people say if you don't like me, I apologize. I say here. I say everywhere don't read. They say Primeboy say won't talk with the apple for car that day. Now, there's something I want to quickly say. The time where police declare Primeboy wanted, where they intervene, and that first time. Now that time, Primeboy supposed to confess publicly. My people, I don't know anything. No, SARS it didn't happen. You know, Primeboy did not say anything. People will say he says it's a family matter. You know what Primeboy was saying that day? He said it's a family matter. Family matter. Family matter. You couldn't cover for them. You couldn't say that family matter. You don't want to say anything. Today now, the same people we they cover as family matter, now they go court now. Say they want you back into this case until the case is finished. But you are there protecting the saying a family matter. You don't want to tell the public what it cause fights for inside Prado with Prado that they wanna go Ikorodu, go perform. You refuse to tell us what happened. And at the end of the day, the same Black Widow throw you. Said now the beating where you beat the husband. Now he cut your hand and I lead to it by. And he stand by that word from the beginning to the end. It's like the lawyer tell us, don't change your mouth. Maintain that word. Say that the fight before and fight. Now he cut your hands. Now he lead to it by. Now I made them call nurse. And that woman maintained that. I don't know if all of them are not they talk. She maintained that statement, courage today. Forget say they talk up and down, but she still maintained it. Say Primeboy fights with the husband. Now, if una say make can't check and balance am, because women maintain that statement, police use that statement. Now, the department when it declare Primeboy, Naira Marley and Sammy Larry free, 3 of them. The information where they corner say the reason why they call these 3 people back is not because of Naira Marley and Sammy Larry, it's because of Primeboy. But they don't just want to do it and pick only Primeboy. I don't know if they understand where the talk they go. So they don't just want to just point say we want Primeboy back. So they just think as okay, the 3 of them should come back. But the main reason of summoning somebody back is not because of Naira Marley or Sammy Larry. No. You go look suspicious if they summon Primeboy alone. So that's why they had 3 of them. But the main target is Primeboy. That Primeboy is always jealous about Mohbad. So therefore, he know what it by him. That is, he joined them. Now, Primeboy say he won't confess what happened for car on that day. This is the mistake Primeboy did. If for confess, he confessed that very first day when the whole world was watching you. But you choose to cover them.
That time.
Sorry?
He was being rude. I said that's what we're advising him.
Yes.
He was being rude to us.
Yes.
He was rude to us on that. We kept telling him, just speak the truth. What happened? They're saying it's family matter. It's family matter.
It's family matter.
It's good for him. Exactly.
It's
good for him.
See the family matter now.
And it was being rude. It was being rude.
I say I hear. I think it was who they tell me that deal. It was Power was saying it that see what this guy they talk.
Yeah.
That's not now you go call her now. He say we. You're not supposed to say we. For say you call her. Now that one say yes, of course. Now she but he take and gather everybody. Say we call her. Say you we call you when. Look at this boy. Look at this boy who they try help. They say they call her the beggar. Exactly. Me join their group. Who call you? Today, they don't summon you come back now. You go see him. 24 hours before Mohbad by they say now you follow and fight, and they stand by that word. Black Widow stand with the lawyer. This boy, if you feel get away with this thing, you can go mark him. This court where they won't start all over again. Primeboy is #1 suspect now. Go and mark this thing what they talk so. They go come out spending, replace them with Primeboy. Say now you beat her, now you cut him. Now it lead to the sickness, and now it lead to the buy. If you not fight at that, the hand for no court. Even when people they insist that Mohbad cut him by himself, your wife see they insist that lie. Now you. What did that want to tell you? That means they don't already plan to pin them on these 3 people. It's a family matter.
For Mohbad, my people.
So dear to me is that he is a good father. He is a good father that I try to imagine myself that can I look when you got your June he had a lot of people waiting on a God that could help. Not because they were socially created. On several occasions, engaged in word in a phone conversation. The circumstance that led to the crime of Mohbad happened in the house. Another implication is that whoever that had a hand or had whoever had a hand or knowledge of what kind Mohbad is able to go scot-free, untouched, untampered. The implications of that decision are so many that if Mohbad is not challenging it, we should all come out to tell about that you are not fighting for justice, and we should talk as one.
That is the Primeboy I'm telling you so. What leads to Mohbad by they are bringing them back, the people that lead, because police make sure that day that if 5 persons under 24 hours and the person bite, you are responsible for the bite of the person. So that's why Primeboy is coming in now into the matter again. So they are still insisting that it's Primeboy. That is the reason why Baba went to that place and said, no, please, you have to bring these people back. Similarly, they can charge him for maybe bullying or whatever, you know what I mean, assault or something. But Primeboy doesn't go to hold Primeboy the way they are doing it so. For the buying. Made this boy. Anyway, lawyer this wrong.
But Primeboy, in a way, the driver spoke the truth.
See, that's what we are saying. The driver spoke the truth. Who is using the bread?
The driver said Primeboy never raised his hand.
Exactly. Now they tell you so. Now, if you listen to the narrative very well, nobody is listening to the Prado driver the truth. The truth of Prado driver. Nobody is listening to it. They say maintain their word and maintain whatever they are saying.
When they get to court, the lawyer will sort it out. The lawyers will sort it out. Even courts now lawyer to lawyer. Forget all these liars. Anyway, make it the year. When they get to court, now lawyers they talk.
We refer to as injustice. But what challenging it, want to quit the record straight and want to help judiciary and struggle for justice in Nigeria. By saying that, look, even in what Baba is writing, or in the prayer of our God, he suggested that let congruency be done on everybody in the house, even he himself. And the order, let the government conduct congruency so that we can know, we can get to the root of the matter. Not that somebody will just give an advice or a decision on the peripheral and say, okay, go to this. So on Primeboy, Baba is not having anything against Primeboy because he has not seen yet anything convincingly that can nail Primeboy to the death of his son. As at now.
As at now.
He has the speed. He has the effect.
He has not. So why is challenging it? He's not challenging it because of Primeboy.
Yeah.
He's challenging it because of the cockpit.
Okay, now I'll tell you the reason why he's defending it. Okay, let me not use the language defending. Why is straightening the record? You want the records to be straight. You want people to know what he's talking about, because a lot of people came out on social media that calling back these three people is because of Primeboy. Do you understand? That's what everybody just saying. That we know. So that's why he's telling people that no. You guys are getting it all wrong. I don't have anything against Primeboy. I did not call these people because of Primeboy. And people still say, no, we know what you are doing. Clear the hair, clear wherever you want to go, do damage control. We know what is going on. So that is the confusion on social media. Yes, because the rumor was too much.
Why Baba Mohbad hates Primeboy like this? Somebody that actually stood by your son, that his family looked after your child. Baba Mohbad is evil.
But Guresi is telling that he doesn't. No, he said the narrative people are putting is wrong.
This is all damage control. It's because of Primeboy. It's because of Primeboy he called the three of them back.
Yes, that's what we think. That's what everybody is saying on social media. Say they're not going to agree because of. But he came out now to clear the air. That is not because of Primeboy. That Baba does not have anything against Primeboy. That we should forget that narrative. But behind the scene, people still strongly know what they're saying. Okay, you can come out and do damage control. You can come and explain to us. You can do whatever. But we know. People say they know already what is going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one. Make recommendation. Court, and then I want you to call try. It's only Primeboy to be non-violent, and the nurse. And to pay nurse going on. And the nurse who to do it, and to down you what àwọn tó gbé gìgàgìgà lọ sọ́sítà nọ́ọ̀sì ò sínú ẹ̀ náà wọn ò ṣe kankan fún wọn náà. They are not included, they are not. Even if you are extending it, if you don't say show, àwọn tó pè sí show gan, it's last show. The organizers of those shows, of that show, they are not invited. The organizers of that show are not invited. Look,
I don't think they should invite the organizer of the show. Because they didn't fight in the show.
He ought to have come and make a statement. He should come and clear the air. And when there's a paper that one lost his show, now, there's nothing what really happened. What transpired between you and Mohbad? We are not. Mohbad is not leaving any stone unturned. He wants to get to the root of the matter. Everybody should come before the law and be just. This is not just area of Galari that you have to speak. We want to investigate and know the real cause and circumstance that led to the death of Mohbad. So everyone is coming up with an influence agenda. I want to influence 𝗁𝗂𝗯𝗀. I want to influence 𝗁𝗂𝗯𝗀.
I'm not saying they have a problem with Primeboy. I said it.
They are now reviewing even 𝗊𝗁𝗂𝗊𝗀. See the way they are now throwing it out. And they are not lying against him. Ẹ̀dá tí ò wá ti lè kó ẹnu ẹ̀ ní ìjánu tó wá lò kó wọn ọ̀jàjà àwọn kan wà wọn ọ̀jàjà jù ẹ lọ. And they are going to teach you a lesson in the hard way.
Hey.
So please and please calm down. I know you're aggressive. I know your limitation. I understand you very well. I understand you very well. Fine boy, behave yourself and remain calm.
This is what is going on. Primeboy reacted to it. Yeah, I think it was yesterday where Primeboy come out and people be, people see, Primeboy has his own fans as well. So those who are not telling us, see what they happen, That they believe very, 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 very. this way they do now because of you, blah 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 blah. You know, so make it come out and be tight and be ready. So they hear, as I'm talking now, they are listening. Okay, so they hear the advice we were giving to, so they hear the advice we were giving to Primeboy. So that's why it came out to say, okay, we know you, but it's too bad, Sha. The reason why I said it's too bad,
you see, Baba Mohbad, Baba Mohbad and the critical criminal thinkers. They will push that man until they will push Baba Mohbad into a pit hole. They never know anything. Because Primeboy has nothing to do with this, nothing. He didn't go to the house with them. He wasn't among the 15 people in that house. The driver confirmed publicly in the court's coroner inquest that Primeboy never lifted a finger. Rather, he walked away. He bent down, escaped, come out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Primeboy himself called Wunmi. I won't come house. I won't say never come. Don't come. He showed us the conversation, the text between him and Wunmi on his phone. The next day, said, look, I need to come. I need my bag. I need my bag. I have stuff in my bag I want to use. That was when he said that Primeboy shouldn't come.
Yeah.
If Primeboy had gone there, Primeboy would have exposed everything. He would see all of everything. So Wunmi actually told him, don't come. So that was when he now sent his PA or whatever, is it PA or manager, I don't know, sent the other guy to go and pick up the bag. Even at that, they did not allow the boy to enter the house. He was outside the gates. So Primeboy has nothing. They carried the bag and went to give him at the gates. He didn't even enter the compound. Because if that one entered a compound, he would have smelled a rat, according to Igbo English. Yeah. When you smell a rat, that means something is going on, something has happened. He would have smelled a rat and he would have wanted to find out what's going on inside. He would have gone in and see a quiet body. So you understand on that one day.
Yeah. So that's why they avoided him or his manager to come in. I think it was the road manager.
Yes, it's his manager. Because if they had allowed him to come into the gate, the guy is used to going to that house, he would have just stepped in and he would have seen everything and shouted. He would have shouted and gave alarm to everybody. Oh, now can't see, oh, they don't buy Mohbad, oh. So they locked him outside. He was outside the gate. Even this guy said the same thing, spending. Even Darusha, that when he called, it was, I think it was either Darusha or Spending that went to look for the bag. I said, yes, I've seen the bag in the car. The bag is, I've brought it out and I've given it to Spending. I've given it to Spending. So when he now sent the guy, Spending, they went out and gave it to him. So what the heck are they calling Primeboy for? Are they mad? The guy has a big conversation on his phone. Baba Mohbad is just a wicked man. He's an ungrateful man. Because that's a child whose family took your child as their own. When you had nothing, food, no money, they were feeding that boy. That boy was living with them. They were living like two brothers. Now you are bent on doing what? Sending that boy to jail. Why? Baba Mohbad should tell us why. Why?
Is it Baba Mohbad or Wunmi that stand by his word that told police?
It's Baba Mohbad, Daddy, all of them, Baba Mohbad, they are all saying the same thing. Baba Mohbad, the people Baba Mohbad supposed to fight, you know, fight them. You know, fight Wunmi and Co. You know, fight all of them for that house. Now, Primeboy. Now, this Primeboy now go disgrace all of them, make you no worry. Let us say Primeboy no know what happen. He go don't hear the whole gist from his friends. You know. And now he go come open. Is there say he who there's this parable. He who 𝗫𝗁𝗁𝗫𝗁 wants to the God will make him go mad first. The God will make him run mad. They never know they are joking with fire. They are joking with fire. Primeboy will come out now and say the whole truth. Because now he's very angry and he's upset. He's tired of this rubbish. What's his own?
Mohbad is working. Now Mohbad said they push everybody. Anybody want to bring Mohbad, that's how Mohbad. You know, Mohbad said he's going to get justice by himself. So he go put quarrel, he go put fights everywhere. Then at the end of the day, they will not confess and disgrace everybody. Yes.
Yes.
So I even like as they even drag him out now. I like it.
Yes.
As they arrest him, they drag him, they bring him, is good. They will not confess what he knows. Say, no, only one will go down. No, no. You know that kind of a thing now. No, I cannot go down alone. No, it's not me. Look at the way it happened. By then, he will be forced to talk.
Exactly. Exactly.
So sometimes it's good.
Into their camp.
Exactly.
Into their midst.
Because if they be friends now, truth will not come out. If they are friends,
he's ready to play the truth. He's ready to say everything. Good. Before you were covering up saying that family matter, I know concern you.
Exactly.
So now na public matter.
Now public matter.
Now na public matter. I think, oh yes.
So he's ready to talk now.
Yeah, he's ready to talk. Primeboy has nothing to do with that guy's spy. Nothing. To say go that house on Monday, even when he send the manager go collect the bag, you guys didn't allow that manager to come in. Because if that guy had entered that compound, he would have entered the main house and he would have seen Mohbad's spy body under the step. And he would have raised the alarm, they don't find Mohbad. That's why they locked him out. The gate was locked. They carried the bag all the way and gave it to him from the gate outside through the iron bar. They did not let him into that house. So why are they calling him that is the anyway?
It's like Mohbad. Mohbad is working.
You know, we need some confusion. We need some, we need wahala. We need some confusion amongst them.
Exactly. If you go make friend with Primeboy, you know go work. Make friend with this, and everybody know go be friends. It's good like this.
So 9 won't start.
9 won't start.
Exactly. 9 won't start. So let's go there now. We are watching.
Exactly.
Let's go there.
So the can't pass goes and what to we gonna happen now. And not be small.
9 now. At all.
Because Primeboy no go just fall down like that.
Lie. For waiting in no, for waiting no do.
He go drag everybody follow, but say, okay, oh yeah.
And you know, Primeboy, that boy there, all the very stubborn.
Yes, now they talk, because now the man talk and say, we know so you stubborn.
Fight back. Very stubborn. He will fight them back tooth and nail. He will fight about Mohbad back tooth and nail.
This is Mohbad by trouble everywhere. Fight trouble everywhere. Jesus. Today go here on that one. Another one will come on next tomorrow. Different one keep on coming out every day. And it isn't ordinary. It's not ordinary. It's Mohbad.
Talk the same. Now I want to talk. So every day you wake up something new.
Something new.
You wake up arguments, new arguments.
Yeah. Today now Primeboy they react now. And Primeboy isn't ready.
So you can use Susan as your challenge.
See him.
Oh, okay.
See Supreme where they say you don't come out. That's good.
I don't come out today.
Okay. That is good.
They come out today. So we're not asking people what is going on. She's not current.
Because he come out for a while.
She took a break.
He needs to take a break. Yeah. He needs to take a break now. Okay, we will discuss.
Well done.
Thank you, Grandma.
Yeah, I'm at the airport, so everywhere is noisy.
Oh
my God. I'm surprised there's so many people traveling today.
Now weekend now.
Now weekend,
Yeah.
weekend. People are going back to their base.
I know they go back to work, as well. Sunday, that's what Sunday they be. Yeah, people that went for weekend going back to work for tomorrow.
It's true. Because
yes, now. Now so Sunday like this, if you don't want to make it crowd, not board Sunday. Sunday people that want to go and spend weekend, they want to go back on Sunday for tomorrow work.
So everybody they go back.
Everybody they go back, yes.
Yeah, they're going back.
So most of Sunday airport they
They will go to work tomorrow. They have to go to work tomorrow.
If you reach our airport now for Sunday.
Oh my God.
There's no shit anywhere.
Yes, yeah.
It's good. Yeah. Even with the second autopsy, since the release of the autopsy, that one too is inconclusive. They've not even been out. I was thinking about them. Who knows? Who knows what happened to them? I even mentioned it on my platform the other day when they were celebrating on Timmy's platform that those people, they are dying on Baba's side. I was like, you guys are talking as if you have the key to death in your pocket and you lose. I was mentioning people's things. Who knows what happened to somebody like this? Who knows what happened to this person? Is it because you guys are doing it hush hush? You don't want to discuss it. If we didn't know that, if King White didn't say it, we wouldn't have known that you went to carry sacrifice to deities, to animals,
Can you imagine?
To help you heal your husband. So you guys are sick cycles. You all are sick in your department too, in your area, in your team. But I've not seen him. I wish them well though, despite on the contrary to them, me, I wish them well. I hope they are healed and healthy. 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗀 and Top Movie and Co. I hope they are good. I pray for their wellness. So because we are not evil here. We are not going to allow justice for Mohbad to turn us to evil people wishing death. Is that not what I was saying?
Is that not what I was saying? You don't even know somebody. You are wishing
useless people. Eh? Useless idiots, Oloshos and Chigolos that sit down on that platform and talk trash, wishing people death. We are not going to do that. We are not evil people. All we want is justice. We are not wishing anybody death like they do. And they are dying on their own side too. I have video evidence when somebody was giving a last speech. Conscious, perhaps. You know, nobody. That is inevitable now. So because some people died, they were like, Ọlọ́run opó, àwọn olóṣìṣẹ́ opó ní Ọlọ́run separate Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run òkú ńkọ́, Ọlọ́run tí Mohbad tẹ́wà pa ńkọ́. Ọlọ́run Mohbad ńkọ́, Ọlọ́run opó, Ọlọ́run, they call oríṣiríṣi Ọlọ́run díẹ̀, they will call Ọlọ́run opó, they will call Ọlọ́run aláìní bàbá, ọmọ aláìní bàbá, they will call Ọlọ́run this, Ọlọ́run that, Ọlọ́run alágbèrè, Ọlọ́run àgbèrè, àbí kọ́lọ́ ṣe máa ń pè tó Ọlọ́run àgbèrè tó jẹ́ kí àṣírí Tẹ́mi tú wọ́n wá fún ní 26 lions. Somebody committed adultery. You give that 26 lions. So you are encouraging it. They encourage murderers. They encourage adultery. They encourage anything. Just go there. Because they cannot even say, olórí ẹgbẹ́kẹ́gbẹ́ olórí burúkú, why? Because she baru apalapala lọ́wọ́ yín. No, they were gifting her 25 lions, stating wọ́n fi tù lọ́kàn. So how do you expect? That means they condone bad behavior on that place. They condone it. You know? I've not seen 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗀 and Top Movie for a very long time. Because I'm not
Supreme Lady. You know what? I don't even know how we can engage one of the men over there. That would they be happy if their wife or girlfriend said, would they be happy that they, I mean, if you have a wife and the wife said that to you?
Tó máa ń dẹkùn délẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ yẹn kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ Ọ̀túnba olóṣì tó máa ń dọ́kùn sórí Timmy's platform lẹ́ǹkọ̀ọ̀kan yẹn tó ń ṣe security guard.
Yeah, because how can you say the husband of you?
Come on, Sam. Somebody is sending me something. Yeah.
Say what?
I said somebody sent me a video. I said my hold on first. I said okay. Okay.
apàdé ní court ní high court.
Okay, update. It's in our update.
Ìgbẹ́jọ́ tí agbẹjọ́rò mi mú lọ.
It's in our update.
Nígbà tí a pàdé, màá kàn ṣe àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ní pápápá ká lè tètè béèrè. A fi àdàgbà ètò náà sí ọjọ́ 9, which is Friday, ni a máa padà pàdé.
With the year round.
Ní court.
Okay, that's how she says this is update. Okay.
Láàárín ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì tí mo fara sí yẹn, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Mo rọ̀ wá.
It's in our update now. It's now Friday. They go court on Friday.
Mi ò gbé aago wọn. Èmi máa rọ̀ yín pé ẹ má bínú. Ní àkókò yẹn náà, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ wa kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ mi nìkan. Ó ti dé ọ̀dọ̀ olórí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀. Mo fi tó yín létí pé gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí agbẹjọ́rò mi ti ṣe, àkókò yìí lẹ máa rí. So, nínú àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ náà, wọ́n ránṣẹ́ pè mí. Ṣùgbọ́n tó ní pé mo fẹ́ rántí fún àkókò yẹn, kò jẹ́ kí n lè yọjú láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì. Ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Mo padà sí ibi tí mò ń gbé ní àná. So, ó jẹ́ kí n yọjú sí ìjọba tí wọ́n ń pè mí. Tí mo lè fi àkókò yìí sọ fún àwọn tí ó bá mọ òwe, torí pé òwe gan ni Jésù fi bọ́ ọmọ ènìyàn rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ pé gbogbo ìlàkàkà wa, mo gbà ní àdúrà kò ní já sásán. Mostly lórí pathologies, ẹ̀yin náà ti gbọ́, ẹ ti rí wípé pathologies wa, ohun tí àwa ń retí, tí ìwọ náà ń retí, èsì yẹn kò bọ́ sí ohun tí à ń retí. Tí bá dé gbogbo questions tí wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, ó ní kì í ṣe ohun tí ìwọ ń retí yẹn gogogo, bí kò ṣe pé iṣẹ́ tó ń lo ṣe. Agbẹjọ́rò mi fún mi lọ́kàn balẹ̀ pé ohun tí result ti mú jáde.
Go ahead.
I think I know what he's talking. I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
It's the when he came out one of the Sundays and said update that the Lagos State the 𝗫𝗁 whatever what's his name called him. You understand? And that's in the hand. We went there and they asked him questions and everything. That due to all the hard work, he's giving 𝗪𝗪 praise. Can you imagine? It's not 𝗪𝗪 at all. This was 𝗪𝗪's work. That due to all the hard work where his son, his own personal son, has done, and all they now called him, but the time they called him, he was not around. He was not in Lagos. So when he came back to Lagos, he now went and showed face, and he was like, hey, they asked him questions and this, that, and he's assuring us that the results, the uncertain results, shouldn't bother us because say there will be justice. That there will be justice. I said, what become confident and go tell you? How? Is the encouraging us that there will be justice. And not noted them call them because of the letter, the open letter that this guy wrote to the president and put into. That's why they called you. And said, go ahead, Jerry. I know what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Hey, this person, 𝗪𝗲 they play music at night. Now TikTok, they play those ones. Hey, wahala dey o.
I say 𝗪𝗲 for Olori every platform.
Okay.
𝗪𝗲 say he stay on release one album or so. Now I say
okay, maybe now they play just now.
Yeah, so Olori every plus playing it and they were all dancing.
Okay, I see her now. Now TikTok if you do this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Even Imole on Arisha's platform yesterday, she was saying that she was used that they all used her.
That is their business.
I said, look at.
They are still going to suffer for lying against somebody.
That
is their business. Still going to suffer for lying against somebody. You never see anything.
My dear, you don't know say she be toilet tissue paper. They never use her.
Now she know.
They will use her and flush her in the toilet.
Thank you. She hasn't seen nothing.
This is just, it never even start, Steph.
It never passed that.
No, nothing don't start yet.
That they use that. They will so use her and flush her in the toilet.
Give me gifts in
Maybe she used to be on business platform. There's that business platform. She's no longer business. She's now on justice people's platform.
This was King's White's message to
this you know.
We had King White told Biodun that I have the opportunity now to become a multi-millionaire. Not this way. I am rejecting the offer. So apparently, when Adura, that time that it was really heated, and we were forcing Adura or asking Adura to speak. Wunmi contacted King White, and then I don't know what transpired, but King White now told Biodun that what offer? Don't be tempted. You are destined to be a billionaire, remember? So he said, I want what he 𝗂𝘁 𝗵𝗆. That was the period when they arrested Damola. So King White said, what he 𝗂𝘁 𝗵𝗆. This is an old message. What he 𝗂𝘁 𝗵𝗆. Then he told Biodun, trust your son now. Trust your son. Then Biodun said, I want wo Karimo àti Yomi. Àbí àwọn wo. Only even Wunmi, you see, even Wunmi, I am aware of all of these things. Even Wunmi, because Wunmi ti 𝗂𝘁 lọ́wọ́, Wunmi was begging him. So all of these people, they know Wunmi did it. They know. They know Wunmi did this.
Supreme.
They are just covering her up. They know.
I just received a call now, and I would like to have, maybe we'll have a lawyer. I was told we can actually press charges to Biodun without voice notes.
We can.
I just want to
we can now.
We can.
I have some of Biodun too that we can use.
We have.
I have now. Because Biodun said a lot of things. We exchanged messages now with Biodun Lawa to Mama sọ fún mi pé àníṣe àní Mama sọ fún mi pé àníṣe ó ti confess ó ti ṣe kinní kan ó ti ṣe gbá kan.
Supreme, gbogbo tó sọ pé kí lọ wá 25 million kí lọ bá àwọn platform sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo yẹn náà wà nílẹ̀.
Luffy, the person who played it had gone. Luffy, the person that played the voice note had left.
Can still come back.
I'm sure it's still here. Unless you come up. Versus, maybe if it's still here, can still come up.
Please come up.
Me not allow what the mimi will see if I play one. You see? You will see King White to say even Wunmi, what he 𝗂𝘁 𝗵𝗆, even Wunmi, because Biodun Lawa was now saying, I want to 𝗂𝘁 is it Karimo and Yomi? Only even Wunmi. You know, saying if I want to buy a big and go buy a expansion Vicky, need to show you, go buy a big.
You see, King White, so all of them, see, all the people they support Black Widow, they know say that woman did it.
Of course.
And you see, talking about money, they offer each other money. Always they offer money.
Before they fell apart.
Yes. All they know is to offer money.
And that's why the Nigeria be like that now.
See, now their screenshot is everywhere. Look at it. The voice message don't come out. See,
when they consider only money, they forget tomorrow.
Hold on. This is a message I got from.
See,
A while back.
see, the message is here.
20-something. Hold on now. This was King's White's message to 𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀.
See, the message they don't put that for everyone on TikTok. They order each other money. Why Black Widow will be paying people money when you know you are innocent?
Exactly.
What are you paying people money not to talk for? Now make me tell you that period. That's why I begin to suspect her sister. Immediately I say 3 seconds video day for Atura. They all of them stand up. No 3 seconds, so don't talk about 3 seconds video. I say 3 seconds video now cause trouble on social media. I say,
Shout.
exactly. And at that period, when they say one arresting, but at that period, we can begin to shake. That period can begin to grant interview.
You grant interview all over.
If you see her now, interview don't quiet now. She's no longer granting interview anymore. Because she just want to close that case that time. Now she don't succeed to close the case.
Baba helped to destroy that evidence. He made sure that evidence was destroyed. But he will be surprised how the evidence will come back again.
To come out, never destroy him. Make you maybe your will soon come back. Mommy just want to tell his son. He will soon come back.
Even that boy, the king of the south, I believe he's getting something ready.
Oh yes. They are all working on the ground.
That is the best now to work on that.
I still stand on that.
There is, so I agree with you. Those two people that are pretending to be public. They are pretending to hate each other. They are pretending to insult each other. Those two people.
Yes. All that public display. I hate you. I know hate you. Baba, how did you record that woman's voice message?
It's a stage.
Baba.
They lie.
How did he record that woman's course message? Woman just called you, Baba, then you just press record, Abi, and you tell you are not good with technology. And as at that time, you were not using technology, but you were able to record that from the beginning to the end. These people are playing games.
But their cup goes so full now. They go see.
So that the public will think that the two of them have nothing in common.
In common, exactly. Whereas they do have a lot in common on the day.
But I don't think they are friends.
No, they have something in common. There's no doubt about that.
They have something in common.
Something in common they are hiding. And they have each other's secrets.
They are not friendship, not like friendship. They have something in common that the two of them are hiding. That if it comes out, will put two of them in deep trouble.
That is why, the women's camp were surprised. Tonto came at that time and said, they told this man not to talk. Why is he going about talking? They know there's something they both know. But it cannot be hidden forever.
It just come back. It's not from them. It's not from them. Somebody else will use it out.
I think it's quarter.
Because I want yet station anti-Baba.
Mohbad.
Respond to what you said.
You press the button.
Oh, I press the button. Shout, eh? Hey, God. Everybody's paranoid.
Then they para.
Everybody they para.
Mm.
We not go agree, we not go agree. Now the part we don't like now that team part. Part A, team part A, team part 2. Mama Mohbad team, Papa Mohbad team, Black Widow team, then Justice team.
That's all. Then Justice, yeah.
Now 4. Team Justice for Mohbad.
Team Wunmi, Team Baba, Team Justice.
And Mama Mohbad get him.
Team Mama Mohbad, Team Adura.
Yeah, support the support. I already think Adura matter play. If you come for Adura, I'll come for you.
Everything when they promise Adura, they not go give Adura will turn that guy on the streets.
They ain't got the full story for hand, and they don't want anything to happen to him. They don't want him to talk. No,
Adura actually knows a lot.
It's not a lot. I keep correcting this thing.
Exactly, yeah, you keep on correcting. He knows everything.
Everything. Every damn thing Adura knows.
He was witness to everything that happened.
Your big brother. It's so painful. This boy is your big brother. And you are fighting against him even in death. Somebody that looked after you when you're alive, gave you the best he could, and you're fighting him in death. That's why I believe
Adura is not fighting. Adura is not fighting his brother now. He knows.
No, he's fighting his brother by not coming out to say the truth. He's fighting him. And said, what are we saying? He's fighting his brother because he's not coming. If he's not fighting his brother, he would have come out since last year and tell the whole world the truth. He's fighting his brother by keeping short. And the brother is not disgracing. It will take the grace of God not to cry and follow his brother after he has confessed. The grace of God for him not to cry and follow his brother after his confession.
Sometimes I don't blame Adura. Baba is putting pressure on him not to talk. Mama is putting pressure on him not to talk. Then they hid him under King White, who is from the Wunmi's camp, not to talk. Anytime the boy has little opportunity to come out, he says something. But they just press on him. Look at that display of Mama Mohbad at that press conference of Yomi. Adura was about to say something.
Says everything that they don't want this boy to talk. Look at Karima's reaction. He was crying as if that was the day.
Yes. They don't want him to say anything.
As if her husband just cried and said that. If you see the way Karima was crying, like her husband cried. What is this?
I know that is why the reason Adura came out to say he disowned Baba at that time, I am sure is because Adura felt Baba is in a position to see what happened, to give the brother justice, but he's preventing it from coming out. People, and that boy, I used to blame him a lot, but now, looking at him, he doesn't have a home to stay. He doesn't have money of his own. If he decides to spill everything, he doesn't know what will happen to him. And everybody around him, they are shutting his mouth. At the inquest, he was saying something. If anybody says they saw Mohbad after 12 midday, that person is lying. He came to Yomi's platform and on that press conference, he said that video is actually 9 minutes.
You know, he's trying to release the truth.
He's trying
to talk.
Baba and Wunmi and the mother, they are not allowing him to say anything. That boy has tried. That is why he's withdrawn. And if you look at yesterday, I was looking at I was listening to one of Papariano's and the chairman's discussion. They were comparing things, but they went with 2 Prado, right? Okay, they left the scene. How did the second Prado left the Mohbad Prado? Because the driver said it, that the second Prado got to Mohbad's house and left before they even got there. He brought those boys home and left. How did the Prado? Because when 2 cars are hired and they are going on a convoy, no one leaves the other. That is why I'm beginning to think of that Spendy's initial word that said, at the 3rd mainland bridge, something happened to Mohbad there.
Yeah, maybe this one has stopped and the other was still going. Mohbad don't have stop at the bridge.
Yeah, but in a convoy, if one is not seeing the other one
we
waits.
stop. Yeah.
They wait. We've been to burial marriages on a convoy now.
No, you wait for each other.
No
You
one
go
leaves
together.
each other.
Yeah.
No one leaves each other. Even if they are 10, once you go to the front, you wait for the other one until they complete again. They will start going. How did that one leave them that night? And Adura was in the one that left. Was it on purpose for Adura not to see what they were going to do to the brother? That one left? Because that one got home, dropped the boys, dropped the Madura before the one carrying Mohbad and Wunmi. You know, even that Spendy will, at sometimes he wants to say something, he will not delete.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's something they did to Mohbad at 3rd mainland bridge. And that was there then. The first word, the first testimony from Spendy before he started changing his mouth. That was where Mohbad said he wanted to throw the child and woman into the lagoon and where they call that place.
Yeah.
So, but you know the good thing, Wunmi is the one to carry all the costs because finally Mohbad knew what happened with that baby before he died. He knew what happened. He got the news that day. That was why he was very upset and wanted to throw both of them into the 3rd mainland bridge. And because you know Mohbad, his mouth does not shut. Once he sees something, hears something, we put it in music.
Sister.
To hide their secret.
My dear sister.
The buyer.
Na money are cut for your mouth. Sorry to say, Imole did not buy on his own. Please.
No.
If you have to say before they buy him, maybe they talking like that because now people don't buy him. Yes. That child. No, I don't go accepting like that before it buy. Before they buy, maybe they talk because now people not buy him.
As you just know, they not wait for the secrets to be leaked. Now they buy them. Otherwise, maybe they ask Black Widow, why you follow and go show? With a little baby of 5 months. And you follow and go show, not be say you come down, you stay inside the...
It's very weird. I never follow and go show one day.
You never follow and go show one day.
This is the first time, and I buy, and nobody's talking to her. Who are you,
Black Widow? You witness. Make sure say you fight and so to delay and make the people who you invite to come buy and come join you buy.
Yeah.
That is why that CCTV they take and come out because for no whether he waka that boy no waka enter the house.
It's possible.
There's no way he no waka enter the house. Then carry him.
They carry him, yes.
Now this case yours is start. This court case will start so. This case yours is start. Go and mark it, grandma. This case yours is start. A lot. The news when I go here when they come out, everybody will shake. The other secret will come out for this woman. People will go talk. Everybody will shake.
And that knows if na money they pay him. Now what will happen to Judas will happen to her.
Amen. Because it's going to suffer.
Money they pay him. If the money they pay him, to say, maybe you claim say na you they put everything for your head.
I mean, I know people have to pay na money them pay him. Na money them pay him now. They paid him into the millions.
Now what will happen to Judas will happen to her now.
Oh yes.
Let's be ready.
By the power of God. I really what will happen to Judas. I will happen to
Let's be ready. Now what will happen to Judas will happen to her.
The only time he was happy was when he's doing his music.
Judas not live to eat the money
And you
before
even
he
saw
buy himself.
that they even tried to destroy his career too.
If you not talk true,
He was there to shoot with one of the musicians and he destroyed his equipment. And that was what they even said. They also beat him at 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗃𝗏 too. So they were just beating the boy around.
You see, they are beating the boy around.
And at the point, Mohbad will not know that the reason why they were beating him around was because of Liam.
Voila. Hey.
Because Wunmi must have been lying
I tell you, that's
gradually
the
about
secret
Mohbad's
will
conduct
come out.
around Liam to the king.
Secret will come out.
So no matter what Mohbad did at home, Wunmi will lie that Mohbad was not friendly to the child, that Mohbad was saying this, Mohbad must have been telling the king. And the king must have been seeing Mohbad as a threat to his only child to the throne.
But another camera should know that king can never enter in throne.
Leave him.
You will see that in that letter, Mohbad expressed his frustration, expressed his state of confusion, said he did not know what he did for them. But they were beating him and they were telling him that they will kill him. They told him they will kill him. And I will tell you that that letter must have become a necessity after persistent, after consistent, after unfailing repetition of frequent nature of the beatings and intimidation he has suffered in the hands of Olele, Sam Larry, Obele, and Elechi.
Who be Olela and Obele?
And at the end of the day, 3 months after, Mohbad died mysteriously. Mohbad died mysteriously. If not because of God, they would have taken his body and deposited it somewhere. And they would just say he walked out of the house and he never returned. And don't forget, these are the people controlling Lagos State.
That is true.
And the case would have gone cold. Because if they don't see the dead body, well, how would they say? They'll just declare missing. Missing, and that would have been the end of it. Because the same police that could not unravel how a boy went into this house and died the next day, would they be the one to unravel how a missing boy will be found? All of them would have folded their arms, and Mohbad's body would have just decayed and would never have had any grave. Because they would have dropped Mohbad's body in Lagoon. They would have dropped Mohbad's body in an ocean. They would just say Mohbad has gone missing. And don't forget, they have been saying the boy was depressed, was having mental issue. They would have just leveraged on those lies. And they would have said he just walked out of the house and they didn't know what happened. Because they disappeared. Who will find Mohbad? But it was because that God really wanted to expose them. And don't even forget too, the day they were to kill Mohbad, some people will say, if Mohbad did not go home that night, maybe he would not have died. Don't forget at that show, people said there was a boy at the show that was telling Mohbad that tonight, Sam Larry was going to kill you. So it has been prearranged that Mohbad will be killed on that day. How he would die was what changed.
The death of Mohbad was not planned with Wunmi being in the house. And that was why Wunmi picked up a fight with him. And Wunmi wanted to leave the car to sleep in a hotel. The death was premeditated. Either Wunmi went with Mohbad to that house or not. Mohbad would have been killed in that house, and perhaps his body would have been taken away to be dumped in an ocean where his body would not be seen, and they would have lied that they never saw Mohbad's body or they never saw Mohbad alive. And there would have been nobody to unravel how Mohbad actually disappeared. Because the same way they have settled the police, the same way someone who says Mohbad case is not my business, the same way the Lagos State, they are acting like God, looking at Mohbad like a slave, treating him like an outcast today. The same way would have been the way they would have treated Mohbad's case. It will have just become missing person that was never found. In fact, there will not be any case. There wouldn't have been anything like justice for Mohbad. Because your boy used to say, Igba Sonu, 𝗕𝗵𝗄𝗁𝗕𝗀𝗲𝗃. That is, if your calabash is lost, and you are now saying, I put a mark on the calabash, is it not when they see a calabash that they will see the sign on it? If there's no calabash, why will you talk about the sign? Was it not when they found Mohbad body that we will start talking about who killed Mohbad? They might not have, in fact, maybe they will never find his body. Because you need to look at this conspiracy going on with the death of Mohbad. And that will tell you the level of conspiracy that would have gone on if Mohbad's body was not seen. Everybody in the house would have kept quiet. All of them would have said the same thing. He was angry and he left the house and he never came back. If CCTV has not been looked at till today, who would have gone to look at CCTV to saw Mohbad walk out of the house? Or to saw Mohbad where he had gone to? The same way they have refused to do forensic would have been the same way. In fact, nobody will even be talking about forensic. But it was because God really wanted to disappoint them. That was why we went to that house and Mohbad's death happened on that night. I knew Wunmi would be regretting it. That why did she go with Mohbad to that house? She will be regretting it. That why would she go to that house with Mohbad? She must have wished she never went to that house with Mohbad. But really, God really wanted to destroy her. God really wanted to show her supremacy. And you know that Mohbad actually swore the way curses on Wunmi that if you kill him, you will never have peace. It was because of words like that that God actually took Wunmi's peace away from masterminding the death of Mohbad. Because he had been prophesied that Wunmi will never have peace. And Wunmi that we see today is not having peace. So if you think Wunmi is having peace, then lie. Wunmi is not having peace. I heard one of our strong supporters, 𝗷𝗶𝗸𝗀, saying, what is happening to Wunmi now? It's because you are not in Wunmi's shoes. That's why you think everything is fine with that lady. You people should consider Wunmi. So that is a pointer to us that Wunmi is not having peace at all. He's not having peace. Peace is definitely far from her. And the same reason why Wunmi is still holding on to Liam was simply because we want Mohbad properties. We want Mohbad properties. And we knows it is because of Liam that 𝗙𝗏 is protecting her. We know it's because of Liam that the Lagos State government have not found it fit to do the necessary to take Wunmi down as a killer. Wunmi knows he's using Liam as a shield. She confirmed it. That Liam is not a shield for her. So the whole struggle about justice for Mohbad has all been because of Liam.
Liam is the connection between Wunmi and the palace. Liam is the reason why Wunmi has not been taken down. Liam is the reason why the police hands are tied. Liam is the reason why the state autopsy and our own autopsy came out negative, inconclusive. Liam is the reason why Mohbad's part sample were kept in Lagos for 4 months. Liam is the reason why they have refused to arrest all the 15 people in that house. Why the CCTV has not been checked out. Why the phone forensic has not been done by Nigerian police. Liam is the answer. Everything is all about this innocent young boy. But whose nature has been very, very unfair too. I can say it categorically that nature has been very, very unfair to Liam. No man, no child chooses the kind of mother he or she is going to have. No boy, no girl child, no boy child chooses the kind of parent he or she is going to have in life. This boy did not choose 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 as a mother. Neither did he choose 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗀 as a father. This boy is innocent, but he has become a victim of circumstance. And not just a circumstance, but a very awful circumstance for that matter. Wunmi has mortgaged the future of this child. Somebody said they are going to try to change his name. It's not about the name. Somebody said they are going to do facial uplift for him. It's not about the facial stuff. The truth is, there will always be somewhere that knows this boy. No matter how much they try to camouflage him, no matter how much they try to change his personality, no matter how much they try to take the past away from him, there will always be a blast from the past for this boy. I'm telling you, I am really telling you, this boy is a victim of wicked nature of a nature. Just like the way Mohbad was a victim of wickedness, of arrogance, of bloodthirsty nature of 𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, Liam is also a victim of insensitivity, of glutton nature, covetous nature of 𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. 𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 has destroyed Liam's life. It is a pity to say this, but that is reality. There are some children that would have gone far in life, but due to the actions and inaction of their parents, they don't go anywhere. 𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 has destroyed Liam's life. I'm telling you the truth. That is a fact. It shouldn't be so, but that is a fact. That is a fact. Liam is being used as a shield. It's just like a gladiator going to a war front, and you have your hammer, you have your shield on. You know, instead of you to be battered by sword or anything, what do? You put on your shield, and that is what all the people are doing with.
That is it for him. That is a very good report. He checked Black Widow, and he talked how Black Widow be very well. It's like you know this woman. It's like you know this woman pass the way she knows any other person, because the way you read describe and so Black Widow really be.
Yes. As it
describe and so it be.
The man really talks sense.
Very, very, really toxins.
Where they come
The
from?
whole point is entry brain, quite correct and understandable.
The stuff you explain now. Maybe they go do parties. Maybe they don't buy them. All of them, they happy now. They are very, very happy now. You say?
The man will talk now. Everything. Well, exactly.
I say no, I know Black Widow well.
The man will cry.
It seems that they support her now. I saw her just now. Yeah, she just shouting on live video.
You don't want to win talk to draw my attention.
What did she say? I saw her just now.
The man said something. He said, even if they don't fire for house, they can fire anyway because they already planning fire. They can sit fire, yes.
Yeah, they can sit fire.
Right. I said for the show, when I will remember that guy will start for 𝗁𝗏𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗏, now you go fire you this night. And you fire that night.
My dear sister, you know that my dear sister, before he carry Liam, follow body go that show. You don't know, say, I said it before that it was almost getting late. The time when they give Wunmi to organize to buy Imole. It was getting late. So she have to make it a way and manner that very day. That very day was that very day. Because she never wanted to be done. But her body was too hot. 𝗷̀gbádá canvas is disturbing her seriously, paying whatever they want to, whosoever they want to pay. So it was getting just too late. It was getting late. That is why there's nothing she can do.
Come be gold for some people now. Wow.
There's nothing she can do. And she's already inside. She's already inside. Do you understand? Like the other time, my dear sister, we talked.
Take care from people's eyes. So that one will come to their own argument now. These people go what they do in one thing, the way they want to live on earth is the same way that Mohbad also wants to live on earth. The same way when I want to they do party, they do weddings, they do everything they do. That is the same way Mohbad too was selling his life. And somebody just come, take that person's life away. And they can't expect it they will come live. Wow, this justice will get up. We don't go tire.
No, we not go tire. Whether the devil like it or not, we not go tire. We children of God, we will not tire. We must get it. And Satan must put to shame. The devil must put to shame. In Jesus' name.
Amen. No.
𝗷̀gbádá is still there. 𝗷̀gbádá canvas is still there. Gidigba. It's still there. Gidigba for Wunmi back like any other thing. If they talk and say he not talk, say he not do, he do, but he not try, not think. Say I give. May he go do the DNA for that pikin for the whole world so that we go know say not being getting. May he go do one. If one show say he be really Oba. You don't know say that this place they give other Obas, so not because other Obas they don't know they do. They do. But at least being responsible, if you want to call yourself a responsible Oba, if you go do this DNA here, this shame is too much. But I do for this thing, no. I do this gymnastics. I really do gymnastics with Wunmi. Let me just go. Yes. At least, if not be to say through this pikin, the one just buy Imole. You can imagine. If you go do one, so make it wash your hand, come out. Make it all support Wunmi for everything when they do. We bought money and continue organize. Nothing they do when they get head.
They organize, they go, DNA, then autopsy, they get 𝗕𝗵𝗃𝗀. This one, they get 𝗕𝗵𝗃𝗀. Nah, is that man. He just sit down on top of all these things, but Almighty God will sit down on his head, on their head, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Oh.
Don't worry, this thing we are doing, he knows, because he knows their level of intelligence.
You can't deceive anybody.
So he played on it, he got a lot of money from them, and they decided to do play to them. They must play themselves because only now no one go back, only what could do some Bamba, they are both thieves. I'm not talking about Baba Mohbad, I'm talking about who you are. I don't talk about Baba Mohbad in my mouth. Last time I'm going to warn you. Hey, hello, Baba Yalo, this is the last time. Don't put Baba Mohbad in my mouth. Okay? I know you are scared of his fans. You are scared of Baba's fans. I'm not scared of any fans on this. I'm not scared of any fucking idiot. Nobody's hitting me, my dear. Okay? Including you. If you get money, I'm not scared of any business. I don't have any business with anyone. I don't have any to come out. You see, go to my page. Go to my page. You see all my pictures. Everything. Mention Baba. Confess. I don't need to mention Baba because I don't have any business with Baba. You snarky. Okay. Are you comfortable with what Baba has done? I don't care about it. Go and deal with that. Go and deal with that. I'm telling you the real issue. Go and deal with that. Baba. You are scared of Baba. You are scared. I'm scared. You are older than him. You are older than him. That's your business. I'm scared of him. Those who are not scared of him, what happened to them? What happened to them? What happened to them? They were part of it. Even those of you who are talking about the man today, you people brought the man into the team. And you don't put any check and balance. And you said, what's my business with Kofi? I don't have any business with him. I don't know him. I will never know him. I will never meet Baba. I don't need to come for Baba. Because I'm your platform, because you talk any rubbish thing you want to say about Baba, does not mean I should join you to do it. That's your problem. Deal with it. It's not my problem. I don't need to talk about anybody. Nobody offend me. So you are saying that both Muyiwa and Odumosu are thieves, right? If I want to categorize it, I will say both of them have issues that they need to explain to us. Okay? You said they are thieves. That is your problem. They are thieves for you. No. Thieves for you. That's your problem. Don't put anyone into my mouth. For you. You are scared. You are scared. That's your business. Anybody that is giving you, you are crazy. But you, I know you. We know each other. You are not scared. Don't be scared. I'm scared. If I'm scared, what will you do for me? You can't do anything. You cannot do anything for me. Okay? And you cannot do anything. Like you have to hold the bull by the horn. Hold it now. You can hold it now. Continue to hold it.
It's only by the way you hold on now. You know what hold on.
You will leave the bull and it's going to knock me out. Okay? So go and hold your bull and enjoy your bull. Fight with the bull. If you can wrestle with the bull, enjoy it. I'm not part of it.
Eat the bull.
Your system you put in place does not involve that.
I said, only on to once. So what do you do? Person, open his camera, thank God. I'm telling you, yes. Like, maybe we have people to follow him so that we can check him, know what he's doing, wherever he goes. Because whether it's still we have to know. Like, we have to find out. You see you now. If you're under payroll, what if you're under women's payroll? And we don't know. Wumi? Payroll. I don't even know. Who is Wumi? Who is Wumi? Mohbad's wife. Oh, is Wumi? Her name is Wumi. Oh, I don't know. You are just telling me now. You don't know your boss. Maybe you know her with a different name. It's crazy. You are a different character. You. But you see what they did to me in this case, right? What would you advise me? Do you like what they did to me? They played on my intelligence. I fought for this with all my heart. No. They never say on your intelligence. I'm telling you, Papariano. You see, you cannot leave a dead man or a dead something on the street. The vulture will feast on it. And that's what you did. You left a dead man on the street and vulture feast on it. Who's to blame? It's you because you didn't pack it well. Are you saying Joseph Aloba is a dead man? Wow. I never mentioned. No. Okay, let me give you. I'm going to war. Let me go get myself together. Nice talking to you. Yeah, all right. I have a nice discussion with you. Like I said, you have a special brand. I hope you will concentrate on that your brand and make use of it because I think you have something to offer. So guys, he said when he leave, let's talk about what he has said. He said the Lord is a good man. Let's go first. Just when you leave, I'm analyzing it. Everything that's all analyzing it. You're just you're a smooth criminal. You're a smooth criminal. You cute. Don't worry. We will see. Time will tell. No problem. Anyway, you are doing a good job anyway. But you see, when you guys take something of this magnitude and you now start personalizing it to individual, it sucks. Okay? Individual, what is personalized? That you are not ready to stand against the truth, the bully. You are scared of Baba. If you mention him, like I'm not scared of everybody. Nobody's feeding me. I'm not challenge you. Mention this Aloba 𝗔𝗲𝗎. I don't have any business. No, who are you to tell me that? Who are you to confront? Mention 𝗔𝗲𝗎. What's your name? Okay, you just want me to mention somebody's name. What is your name? You that want me to mention somebody's name, let me mention your name and put that of Aloba with it. What is your name? They will drag you. They will drag you. Let them drag me. I don't care. I don't send anybody. I don't. Put your name out. Let people put you on and search you out. Let people read about you. Okay? Your background, where you school, where you come from, your primary school, your secondary school, your university, if you go to any and whatever, where you get the brain you are using, let people be able to find that out about you. And that makes it smooth. Okay? That makes it smooth. You know, some people have never opened their camera on this justice for Mohbad, and they be causing havoc all over the place. They will come to you and say one thing, go to other platform and say other thing. You know that on this justice for Mohbad, I only come to your platform. I only come to your platform to come up here like this. I don't go to any platform. You will never see me. Because you are here for an assignment. You are here for an assignment. Okay, you think I've got you, Abi? No, you are here for an assignment. Nobody can send me. Nobody can send me on any assignment. Nobody. Okay? Nobody. And I mean nobody. It's like if somebody is telling you now that they send you on assignment on Aloba. That's stupid. That's not reasonable. Are you saying Joseph Aloba cannot pay you? Are you saying Joseph Aloba doesn't have what it takes to pay you? Who is he to pay me anything? Who is Joseph Aloba? So who is he? Who is he to pay me? Who is he? You are saying who is Joseph Aloba to pay me? Who is he? So who the hell is Joseph Aloba? No, even at this point, you say you can feed Joseph Aloba. Listen, for his lifetime, I can feed him for his lifetime. So God knows I can single-handedly feed Aloba for his lifetime. Yes, I can. I mean it. And I'm not mixing word with it. Wait. You mean you can feed Joseph Aloba for his lifetime? Because you said Joseph Aloba can pay me. No, he can't. Okay? Nobody can pay me on anything. Whatever I do, I take full responsibility. Whatever I say here, I take full responsibility for it. Okay? Nobody. So you are saying that you can feed Mohbad father for the rest of his life? Yes. Yes, I can. I can. I can. Yeah, I can. Even you, I can feed you. I can do for the rest of your life. I can. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're very expensive. I can feed very expensive for the rest of your life. Only food. I'm not saying I'm going to clothe you. You are not the only food. I will give you food for the rest of your life. Is it not the food I'm going to eat that you eat? But let's focus on Aloba. Like, how can you feed a family man like that has many wives? No, it doesn't. I'm not talking about wives. I'm not talking about the children. I said I can feed individual. I'm not talking about the wives or the whatever. Individual. How much do you have that you can use to feed Aloba? How much do you have what I have? I said, even you, I can feed you with your yogurt that you are eating every day. I can feed you with your rice. Let's focus on Aloba. Let's focus on Aloba. Hey, I don't have any business because Aloba is not here. I'm talking about you. I can feed you. That's all. Thank you very much. Kasholake is asking you, how can you accuse power of attorney and not accuse the person that gave him? Thank you so much. Okay, who gave him power of attorney? Oh, are you talking about who you are? Yes. Are you talking about who you are, D? Yes. Thank you, Sholake. Okay. You see, look, I'm telling you guys, you are isolating. In these cases, most of you just isolate the case and start dealing with it. Let's go back to how it started. You see, and that will give us a clear understanding. You see, what brought about the issue, even the issue of power of attorney? What brought about the issue of and driving in the first place? Let's address what brought about the issue of power of attorney. How do we even get to that point? How do we even get involved in this process? You see, the power of attorney that they gave to Piwa should have been given to all those who said they were part of the movement, who started it in the first place, who called for it. They should have been given to one of them. You understand? And that one can be accountable to the public. But when you give a power attorney to somebody that Baba was dragging, and they now drag somebody with power of attorney, they drag it into the system. How do you think it's going to work? And these are the things. Don't let us just be talking about issues in isolation or just individually. You know, we don't do that. Who brought about all of them? Do you know how many stories that has come as far as this who you are is concerned? Oh, it's not a relative to Baba Loka. He doesn't have anything to do with somebody brought him from, somebody did this, somebody did that. You see, all those things. And when you build a foundation on nothing, this is what you will get. This is what you will get. Don't let us do it. I'm saying that, like, all of us plus Baba, we built on nothing. All of you. All of us, including me. But I didn't get involved from the beginning. you are not being pragmatic enough. How? You're not being pragmatic enough. Now let us say let us say this right. I'm getting ready for work. Yeah, let us say this right. You're not being pragmatic. I need to go and get ready for my daily break, yeah? You're not being pragmatic. Which daily break? How? How do you mean I will not be pragmatic? So what I say is this right. Let us say all of us contributed 70 million. And I give it to you. We all plan an objective to be done. But because we trust you, we say we want you to lead. Now, you trust somebody you don't know. Okay, we have to trust somebody that we just have to trust them. We don't know each other. We all don't know each other from the beginning, but we just have to trust. It's a risk. Yeah, that's how you get the result you get. You don't know anybody. No. That's what I'm saying. That we will still have to. We will still have to trust somebody. Look, Babariano, do you remember the day that guy came to your platform to solicit for GoFundMe? Do you remember that day? Do you remember when you were questioning him about when the delay created the GoFundMe? Was it created before this? And all those people were questioning. Yes, and they were questioning. And by the time you got, and at the end of the day, you did not get to the end of that matter, and you just agree that GoFundMe should be used. If you have done it using different GoFundMe, that okay, you are the power of attorney. Let somebody let us have a GoFundMe separately. So when you need money, you will come and meet the people that are in charge of the GoFundMe. That should have been the best thing. So that there will be check and balance. If he has created the GoFundMe before, all of a sudden he brought it after a year or something like that, and all of us agreed that he should put money in it. Who are you going to blame? It doesn't matter. See what I'm saying here? Yeah. At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day. But yeah, in getting the right person, right? We mistakenly got like a random person. Trying to get the right person. We got the random person, right? Okay, we all don't know each other. But now we have an objective. We have an objective, and the 70 million is created. I mean, it's contributed and it's given to you. If you were the one, okay, like the 70 million is given to, and you mismanage that money, won't you take responsibility if you were the one? What concerns you? Because we have to trust somebody. So, and maybe they didn't misuse it. I won't have any fault. Nobody will have any fault. But right now, we will be regretting because they did the biggest mistake. And who are these people? Baba Mohbad's name is in this signature to this account. And he refused to give accountability. And he's the one, that is fueling all of these things. Because if he elaborates clearly, nobody will fight anybody. But because they just want to scam, where they didn't work, they want to harvest. Anyway, the problem is only there. I think you guys that created the monster should know how to deal with the monster. That's my final thought. Okay, see you some other time, Papa. Alright, and you are part of the problem. You are such thank you. Thank you. I don't know the business I have with you people and the problem of what I cannot do. Alright, bye. Good night. Bye bye. Let's analyze him, guys. Let's analyze. Let him go first. Let him go first. He has gone. Now, guys, we need 8 people to analyze this man. What did you see in him? Like, what can you say? Was he paid? Like, how can you? Let's analyze it because so that you will know that there are so many of us who understand, like who can see. We have deep eyes. We can see between. Yes. So let's talk about what this man just said. Like, what can we say about him? Yes. What do you have to say to close? And the comment section. It's run away. Oh my God. Does milk make people sleep? Does milk make people sleep? Oh my goodness. Does milk milk, does it make people to...
I know him now, that he wears that hijab. Yes, I know him. I know him. Papa, you know what it's baby.
Baba Allah.
He's here. He's here.
Is here.
Yes.
Mr. Additional.
Yes, Papa Liano, can I help you?
Yeah. Are you Baba fans?
I was once Baba fan now, but now I am disappointed. So also you are. You were a Baba fan, but now you regretted being his fan. That's just it. Everything happens to both of us. It's the same thing. Same.
I was never Baba fan.
You are Baba fan.
I support him on some things, and I criticize him on some things from beginning.
The same thing me. All I was fighting for is what came Mohbad. And along the way, Baba Mohbad came in, and I have to support him being his dad. But after all this being done, I was disappointed. So what do you expect? I've been coming to your platform nearly every day, but you always castigate me that I'm Baba's fan. And I laugh. When you say that, I will just laugh and say this Papa Liano. You know the truth, and you are not saying it.
You know how much you fight against me.
I never fought against you. I never fought against you. I never.
You threatened me, you said many things.
Let me see the proof. I never said bad thing against you. I never said bad thing about you. Maybe you are mistaking me for another person. I never in my life talk bad of you. Whenever I come to your platform, I speak my truth and get up. But for me to talk bad of you and still be coming to your platform, then what is the essence? So, you are mistaking me for another person. I never fought you. I never talked nothing bad about you. I never in my life, since I've been coming for this, and I've been here since 2023. So for you to be saying I'm talking, then you are mistaking me for another person. So there's just it. Why Mohbad disappointed? Most of us fighting for this Mohbad, we were all Baba Mohbad's fan. But it fucked up. We were all Baba Mohbad's fan. We were all his fan. So for someone to come out and say it's not Baba,
no leadership, no sense of leadership.
But Baba, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So how come is it that you people are sleeping and just wake up, or is it that let's agree that in this life the point and time of realization for everybody is different?
Yeah, that's true. I never only supported Wunmi. I never only supported Wunmi.
Because you see, for Muiwa, the first day I heard him speak, and I can remember that was the first day he came to Papa Riano's platform. He spent close to 7 hours. And sorry, sir, even when that man opens his mouth and speak, I find it very hard to believe that he was once a lecturer. I find it, he speaks and I feel irritating. Just like Mr. The man that
irritated like that.
Yeah. So, there's something about when he speaks. Like, I don't want to classify myself as one of the first top 10 intelligent people.
It's like a calling person, very calling.
There is something wild about that guy when he speaks. Even from the day one, even if you cannot, pinpoint the end point of what he's about to say, but you would definitely, there's something about when he talks.
Yes.
It's not straight. The first time
he speaks to
everybody.
He speaks to discipline.
Yes.
Like Thunderfire said.
He never spoke as a lecturer. He never spoke as a lecturer. I cannot believe it's even a lecturer. I find it very unilateral for that matter. I feel a type of way when they give that kind of profile to them. No, I don't believe it, sir. And it needs to prove me wrong. I don't believe. Because let me tell you, this is somebody that lied. Probably has been lying. These are people that try to package themselves with lies. So I'm sorry, sir. I don't believe anything. You are right. You are very right about Muiwa. But I can never believe it's a lecturer. No. Everybody was thinking it's part of the signatories to that GoFundMe. Now for us to be hearing that it is only Baba. But I can't understand you. For them to be saying that about Mohbad is the only signatory to both Access Bank account and the GoFundMe. And nothing is being done. Even Babadiano himself is not saying nothing about it. But Babadeshino at this point, to be honest with us, kudos to Babadiano. For me, I really do not have anything to say about this whole issue than just to listen to people. I'm saying for me, because I do not know how we want to do it, because we have already made that mistake at the initial stage. You know, we gave him that honor, we gave him that mantle to lead us. So I'm not sure we should expect a good directory. I already said it the first day. You know, I was one of those that said, oh, Muiwa should go on exile. I remember those were my, comments in those days. I knew that under these guys' dictatorship, nothing can come. You know, I know what it takes to be a leader. I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot to be a leader. A few days ago, Papariano had his birthday and everybody was talking about him. And I have to be honest with you, I've learned a lot from this platform. But that does not mean, okay, Papariano just said something now, where I want to show to want it wrong. Every day, everybody man goes in. So, with that guy's leadership from day one, I remember my profile picture then. I knew nothing good was going to come out of him. He lacks presentation, he lacks strategies, approach, coordinating. He does not, in fact, he lacks anything that makes someone a leader. So, how did they arrive to the point that they said he's a lecturer? You should stop saying that. Anybody that says that, you should be ashamed of that statement. Stop. Please. Stop calling him a lecturer, because you are demeaning Nigeria as a country. Please. Whoever is calling him a lecturer or thinking he is one, please. We are still from Nigeria. I think being a lecturer, that guy does not have what it takes to be a lecturer. Please. Stop. Don't ever say he was once a lecturer. Please. He's a lecturer. It's not acting like a lecturer at all. It's like those who just find themselves in USA. And just like Mr. Tope also said, you see, Mohbad surrounded himself with irresponsible people around him.
Listening to the conversation. It's a bit
No, I was surprised that they say it's Papa Mohbad that have access to the GoFundMe, only his signature. The access account, only his signature. Kind of funny way. That is their business. I don't even have time with that money issue.
okay.
Nobody feel like that.
I have a problem with Lagos State Police.
Explained it and said that they asked this man, Muiwa,
Yeah.
to be the second signatory. And Muiwa
Okay.
agreed to
Yeah.
end of the day, they now found out that Muyiwa did not. When the thing has been opened, Muyiwa didn't. Yes, just like Muyiwa is the sole signatory for America.
Yeah.
Muyiwa's own too was Muyiwa connected go fraud me to his own personal account and left this one for Baba alone. So this one I know now. Bossman has explained it long time. That they were surprised that Baba was the only source, and that was not what they told him. That Baba, but I said, but how can Muyiwa be a signatory when Muyiwa lives in America?
Exactly. He didn't even travel back to Nigeria.
Every time they want to take money, how will he be doing it?
How will he be doing it? Yeah.
Exactly. So that was all they're just talking rubbish. Now at times I just keep quiet. We're just talking.
Okay.
So Muyiwa is the sole signatory in America. Why Baba is the sole signatory in Lagos?
Well, being that, I mean, I've listened long and hard to the various things. There's just a few things that are coming to mind. And if you guys will bear with me today, it's Sunday. I can't help but state a few things about, number one, I don't know where I should start from.
Anywhere.
Yeah, I think I want to address everybody basically, like, you know, all the conspirators, all the Judases in this saga. That includes everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might call names, but I'm talking so people don't say, oh, you're only focused on this person. I'm really talking, if you know that in this saga, you are a co-conspirator, in the sense that you are a Judas, for clarity, and you all know yourselves, I have a message for you people today, and it's all biblical. One thing that I strive to do when I listen to, what's her name, Victoria, she said, we are not yet we don't want to be like them. And I agree, because I'm that person that I believe in a God of justice. I believe in a God that is forgiving. But by our choices, God has given each and every one of us free will. And so our choices are what will condemn us. You understand? When we reject God, it means that we have, now, please, if you're not a Bible-believing person, you can skip over this whole message. Let me just preface that, so people don't come now and say, oh, no, I'm not. If you're not a Bible-believing person, please, you can listen if you're interested, if the Holy Spirit pushes you to do, but please, I'm not here to, I'm talking what I know. I can only speak for my own belief, you understand? And I'll only promote what I do believe. So I'm not here trying to promote any one thing or other. I'm a Bible-believing Christian, Bible-believing person, sorry. So now, if you're a Bible-believing person, the scriptures let us know that God has given everybody a free will. From the very beginning, when he created man, he gave us a choice. He gave us dominion, right? And man, through his poor choices, stemming primarily from Eve, right, fell, was beguiled by Satan. That word is very strong, beguile, because it tells you that it was a soul exchange. What Eve did in the garden was a soul exchange, an exchange of destiny, but it was her choice, because she had the right information from the beginning. God did not hide it from her. God had told her that these are the consequences of your own choices. So if we end up, whether good or bad, it is really an act of our own will, our own free will. So now when the consequences come, a lot of times people will say, oh, how can a good God do? No, the good God already told you, see, if you choose this path, this is what is going to happen. And if you choose that path, this is what is going to happen. So if you end up in the wrong path, you can't now blame him. It is your choice. So I say all of that to say, these co-conspirators, there are scriptures in the Bible that address your situation. And these, I can quote a few of them. There is Psalm 41, Psalm 55, Psalm 109, and it addresses, and in the context of these psalms that I'm quoting, they are talking about people that betray their loved ones. in this entire saga, the one overarching theme is the theme of betrayal of a friend, of a brother, of a son, right? Of a what is it? A colleague. You understand? That's the one over everybody that is involved in this conspiracy. You fall in one of these categories. You betrayed a friend, somebody that trusted you. He dined with you people. He fellowshiped with you people. And in those Psalms, it tells you what is going to happen when you betray a friend. Now, these are like David's prayer, but it is very effective because, and there is one of them actually, talking about Baba Mohbad specifically. Your name is coming up repeatedly, not in a positive way. And the reason is because you misrepresented yourself. You showed yourself as an angel of light, but you turned out to be an angel of darkness. You ask me, why do I say so? I don't like, and anybody on this platform will tell you, I'm very careful when it comes to my words, when it comes to you specifically, Mr. Aloba, because I have said that you are the biggest loser. I have sympathized with you. I have empathized with you. Why? Because I don't want to be in a position where I will come and accuse a father of a conspiracy that he is not aware of. It happens a lot. I was citing the example of Tory Lanez the other day, where his friends betrayed him. You understand? And his father stood for him. It is very difficult when someone is a victim, and then we tend to blame the victim, which is why I've been very, very careful in addressing you, Mr. Aloba. Most of the times, I don't really go hard because I don't want that a victim, you understand, is also victimized. I felt that you were a victim in this situation, but your curses, you have loved cursing people so much that I'm puzzled. Why are you so quick to curse people, Mr. Aloba? Don't you read in the Bible that for the person that loves to curse, those curses will come upon him? Go and read Psalm 109. You're too quick to curse people. Even if people have done you wrong, your first reflection should not be to start cursing them. I'm sorry. It's not biblical. It's not biblical for a child of God, somebody who purports to be a man, a woman, a son, a child, whatever, of God, to render curses. It's not biblical at all. So I said that to say, because you love cursing, Psalm says that you who loves cursing, you yourself will be cursed. I didn't say that. It is your actions. Remember when I said that your actions will judge you when you make choices. By choosing to curse, you have inadvertently rendered yourself in a position of curses following you and not blessings. Jesus said, bless and not curse. Pray for your enemies. And those that wrongfully accuse you, pray. In the case of this, your son's situation, as hard as it is for me, the only reason, and I have people here on this platform who bear me witness that even sometimes in my prayer, I have prayed for Wunmi, but I'll preface it and I'll say that if she is not a reprobate, and the reason I say that is because my Bible makes me understand that if you're praying for a reprobate, it is useless. The person is already, it's like a walking dead, right? Mort vivant. Like the word that I used to call her, I said daughter of Belial, because these are children that are given up to wickedness. Everything about them is wicked. They are alive, yet they are not alive. If you get my drift. So I use that word for her. I preface it like that because her actions, her lack of emotional attachment is like she's so disoriented. You understand? You can tell that this person has no perception of reality, rather, is what? In her story, she is a victim. Whereas the evidence is pointing to the contrary. So I don't know whether that is intentional or she's just so much deep in her sinful nature that she really has disconnected herself, like what they call cognitive dissonance. I don't know if that's what it is, but for me, there's something about her that is not right. That's why I can say, and I preface that, but in all honesty, I pray and I said, if she is not a reprobate, please, Lord, save her. I've done that here a few times, a couple of times, not very often, but I do that. And never have I come on here and press with me. I haven't done that. Even though I staunchly believe, and it would take, I don't know what it would take to convince me that this girl is not part of this plot, this wicked satanic plot. There is very little that can convince me otherwise. With her, my mind is very certain and made up. With 𝗹𝗶, my mind is certain and made. I know these are daughters of Belial. Nothing can tell me otherwise. But when it came to you, because you are the father, I was very, very careful. But like most people have pointed, your latest action, especially your desire to curse people, is very, very questionable. So I have put you in that category of all the Judases, the conspirators. I have placed you there. And one thing is funny, I said I'm talking to all the conspirators. Some of you, you have all, a majority of you, I don't know what reward you took, but I'm here to tell you today that the reward that you took, if you read Psalm, if you read, I think it's Zechariah or something like that, or the book of Acts, it tells us about the reward of iniquity that Judas took. Remember, I called you people Judases. What Judas took, it was 30 pieces of silver that they paid him to betray his friend. Because Jesus was not only his savior, but Jesus was his friend too. Jesus was his friend. And he took this money, and after everything said and done, now the difference between Judas and some of you is that Jesus, the Bible makes us understand that Jesus was remorseful. But what made Judas's end rather disastrous, because as soon as he became remorseful, he was forgiven. Except that Judas, despite being remorseful, because the man of sin had entered him so much, he was so possessed, he did not realize that he had been forgiven. He now went ahead and unalived himself, thereby putting a curse on himself. And then what happened? The 30 pieces of silver, he took the money. Because he was remorseful, he returned the money. Now, some of you have not returned the money. Rather, you're taking it now to oppress people. Mr. Aloba, you're now taking it to oppress people. You understand? With me, you're taking it to oppress people, calling them jobless people. Calling all of us who are speaking out about this man that we did not know, who were not related to him. Unlike you who supped with him, we never had that opportunity to do the same. We never had the opportunity to truly know this boy and his character. From afar, the little we have seen, we love him. We truly, truly love him. You understand? So, anyways, going back to my Judas story, he took the money. I said, I'm going to speak a little bit of church today, so please bear with me, Auntie Ada. But if you want to interrupt me at some point, let me know. So he took the money, he returned it to those people. He returned it to the people that had come to him to do this wicked act. And what did they do? Because they knew that that money was no good. You see, this is what I want you people to understand. The money you took is no good. Even they themselves knew that they could not use the money. Are you guys awake yet? These people that came to you and said that we want you to take this boy out, they themselves, and the money they gave you, you took it, Judas took it and went and gave it back to them. They should have been happy and said, oh my God, he did the job for free. After all, it was their money. Guess what, guys? What these people did with that money? They did not use it all. They went and they bought a field. The potter's field is called the field of 𝗓𝗲𝗲𝗀. It's the field of 𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗀. And when Jesus unalived himself, coincidentally, it was on that field. I hope you people are following. You have followed up to this point. So my message to you, the Judases, in this story, all of you, because you are now showing off with that money. You've used it to do all manner of investments. But I'm telling you that those investments are called 𝗓𝗲𝗲𝗀. Hear me well. I said, hear me well. Children of Belial, listen to me good this after. I don't know whatever your time zone is. Those investments, they are called 𝗓𝗲𝗲𝗀. Nothing good can come out of it. Nothing good can come out of it. I did not say it. Your actions. It says offenses will come. It is impossible for offense to come, which is going to take me to my next point regarding that child, that seed. But woe to him through whom these offenses come. So, if you did not hear anything that I said, let this stick in all. I'm talking to all of you, Judases. You know yourselves. All of you, you know yourselves. All of you, you know yourself. Everyone that has betrayed 𝗓𝗏𝗚 𝗓𝗏𝗔𝗵𝗍𝗶, all of you, you know yourselves. As it stands today, you are many. There are so many of you. Many of you, many. From his family to the institutions. So you people should not think it's only women. I said there are many of you. The industry gods and flies. The industry gods and the industry flies and the industry serpents. Whatever you are. All of you. The Lagos state government, the police. There are many of you. You have taken money and you have made investments. And I'm here to tell you it is called 𝗓𝗓𝗲𝗀𝗀. If you're not of a reprobate mind, like I tell Wumi, repent and do the right thing. But if you are already reprobate, unfortunately for you, what happened to Judas may happen to you. I didn't say it. It says it that it is impossible that offenses may come, but woe to him through whom it comes. As you make your bed, so shall you lie on it. So that's my message to the Judases. I have a message for Wumi specifically now. In my message to the Judases, I spoke to Mr. Aloba. And I'm telling you, because you love cursing so much, I want to remind you, Mr. Aloba, because I don't really know the Bible you read. But I'm telling you, and I'm telling everybody, even those in justice for Mohbad, stop cursing. It's not and do not curse and call yourself a believer of Jesus Christ. It doesn't work like that. It's witches and wizards that curse. The Bible says, bless and not curse. Stop cursing. It's not biblical. When you curse, it shows, it can only tell one thing about you, that you are a son of Belial as well. We can speak justice without cursing. You understand? Because we can entreat our Lord and he will give us justice because he's already on the matter. So it's coming. It's coming. Now, let me talk to Wumi. You see, Auntie Ada played a tape where this man gave the analysis of the little boy and he called him innocent. You know, I find it hard. I struggle with the child's innocence, not in the sense that he's not innocent, like the way you understand, because any person that is unborn, first and foremost, I want to correct this notion, right? We are all born in iniquity. So in iniquity, we were conceived. Okay, and again, this is for those, the Bible-believing people. So if you're not, just walk a pass. In iniquity, we're conceived. Now, that is the sins of our ancestors, right? It is not your own sin. And like he rightly puts it, this child never, just like any of us, we don't decide who our parents will be. We do not. And rightfully so. I even said this about Umi yesterday. I said, Umi, unfortunately, this your mother, you understand, is the number one reason for your problems. You are troubled because of your mother, and it's not your fault. You didn't ask to be born by her. So I get that part. Same thing with this child. He didn't choose to be born by Umi and whoever else the father is, allegedly whether it's 𝗷𝗶𝗸𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗢 canvas or whatever, you know, 𝗷𝗶𝗸𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗢. You understand? So I get that. And to the extent that he hasn't done anything, I get that. But there is a spiritual burden that this child carries. And that's why I spoke about the offense. That it is impossible that offense will come. But woe to him through whom it comes. You see, Wumi, what you did, what you have done, you have set that child as an offense. That child has become, you and the baby father, okay? You have strategically put that child as a stumbling block. Do you know what that means, Wumi? And baby father, the parents of that child, putting that child as a stumbling block is not a good thing. It says, woe to him through whom it comes. How could you set your child up as a snare, an entrapment? How? How could you set him up as a snare for this boy to fall, for his blood to be shed? How could you do that? It says, woe to him through whom it comes. You guys set this child up. How innocent can he be? I don't want to go too deep on it because I myself, I'm struggling, because that's why I said I struggle when they say that. Wumi, but there is something about that child is so disconcerting, and it is you. And I get it now, is because he is a rock of offense. He's a stumbling block. He became a stumbling block for this boy. By every indication, they said he was fighting because of the child. Both of you were fighting because every time the recurring story is the child. It means that you people set him up as a snare. Do you know what a snare is? I'm using the word snare now because when I say stumbling block, go and read. When the Bible talks about the snare in the Old Testament, it's not a good thing. Oh. So, Wumi, if there is any humanity in you, go and fix it. And you people know how you can fix it. You can fix it, number one, by stopping the lies. You can fix it by stopping the lies already. Enough of your lies. Because whether you people like it or not, Mohbad will get justice. The Bible says that the blood of Jesus speaks better things than the blood of Abel. It means that Abel's blood was crying. Abel's blood was crying. And he was crying good things. It was crying good things. It was crying vengeance, revenge. You understand? Vindication. That's what he was crying out for. He was not crying a bad thing. That's why it says the blood of Jesus speaks better things. Because you have good, better, best. So what he was crying for, it wasn't a bad thing. He was crying to be vindicated. Just like in Psalm 55 and 41, the blood of 𝗷𝗫𝗍𝗁 is crying, and the blood of Jesus, his Lord and Savior, supersedes that of 𝗷𝗫𝗍𝗁. Okay, it supersedes it. So I'm telling you, whether you people like it or not, Lagos, whether you like it or not, Nigeria, it is not negotiable. It does not depend on Aso Rock. It does not depend on Lagos State Government, Sanwo-Olu. Justice for Mohbad does not depend on any of you, despite the fact that we are calling on you repeatedly. It is for your own. It's so that you guys will absolve yourself of this sin. Because the sin that was committed, it has very great repercussions on that land. And if you people do the right thing, by the special grace of God, you absolve yourself of this sin. But if you don't do the right thing, the judgment that is coming, none of you will be able to bear it all. And I'm not saying it that I'm cursing you. I'm telling you because I said your actions have consequences. If you choose sin, guess what? The wages of sin is death. Now, you can believe me or not, but I've said my piece. So if you guys are still human, if you are truly, if you are not the sons of Belial like I just called you, you can fix it. But if you are, I'm sorry for you. People are on a high, you have bought a one-way ticket to the destination that you know. It is your choice. It's not a curse. I did not curse you. Don't be on these media spaces trying to gaslight us, Wumi, with your sub stories. We've had enough of it. We know the handwriting is on the wall. Even, what's his name? That blind man. What's that popular blind musician's name? Even he can see it. Even he can see it. Mr. Loba, I know they said you guys have called for Primeboy and what's the other people? Sam Larry and Naira Marley. See, I hope it's not one of your get rich scams again. I hope you really have valid reasons, because your reasons that they cannot kind of make sense one way or the other. But I hope it's not coming from a place of wickedness. You understand? I hope the reason is really from a place of justice, which I very much doubt. With your antecedents right now, I very much doubt it. But whatever it is, I know one thing for sure, that all things work for good to them that love the Lord, that are called according to his purpose. And we that are standing for justice, every actions or lack thereof, or all of your actions, all of you traitors, all of your actions and inactions will work for our good. Every action that you people take, even when you think that it will not benefit us, I would have told you people repeatedly, it will backfire. It will end up working for our good. So I don't know your reasons for calling these people back, but I can bet you that if it is stemming from a place of wickedness, it's going to backfire. And people should not be sucked up by you anymore. I hope that you people are not doing it again as one of your ways to swindle money from the public. Because now you know that people are onto your games. So you might be using that as another way to start appealing to the good graces of people to get more money. Okay? So let people not just be sucked up. If you people are going to fund it by yourselves, good and well. But if you're going to use that as a gimmick to get money from the public again, I'm sorry for you, Mr. Loba, because you keep digging yourself. Right now, you're in too deep. There is no way you're coming out of this pit. You're marred already. Your reputation is marred. So, you and your shitty son, you can take all your plans and whatever else that you have and shove it where the sun doesn't shine. We don't care. Keep doing what you know how to do best. And spare the rest of us. If you continue to obstruct this justice, just like I said, it says offenses will come. You see the same message I just passed to me, I'm passing it to you now. woe unto you through whom, don't be a snare as well. In fact, you are becoming a very big snare. We can already see it. And if you read that Psalm 41, this is talking about Jesus, right? But I put your son in there because I kind of feel like there are too many parallels between him, between your son and Jesus. And that's not to make your son a deity. I'm in no way making your son a deity. Okay? And I don't idolize. I, for one, am one of those people. I'm totally against idolatry. But there is something about your son that is really, really prophetic, which is why he reminds me so much of our Lord and our Savior. He says, it's not the fact that, what pained him, why he feels so betrayed. It's not that this betrayal came from strangers. He says it came from people he dined and supped with. So if you people continue in this path that you have chosen, it's a very, very slippery slope for all of you. So I've been repeating myself now, so I'm just going to yield. If I have any other thoughts, I'm going to share them as the program continues. Auntie Ada, thank you so much that I got this off my chest. Thank you. Is anyone there? Because Auntie Ada,
yeah,
everyone quiet.
we are
I am done
you.
with my submission. I said thank you for letting me get this off my chest.
Yeah.
She's the one that buy Mohbad. Mummy thinks she's the one that buy Mohbad. As you can hear that from certain Madam 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀
Why is this thing?
According to her, Mummy is the one that buy Mohbad.
That's what she has been shouting for the past 2 days.
Judicial system. Why are we stressing the police? Why said this? Second one said the same thing. So is there going to be another third? Because one cannot just imagine what the body of the guy has been turned to. Now, if you're
just something else.
There's a lot that's been happening in the space of justice for Mohbad, and of course, a lot of wise people are already tired, thinking that the people, the major players in the whole thing, don't seem to take this thing seriously. They allowed for the public, especially the patriarch of the family, allowed all other members of his family, everybody that had anything to do with Mohbad, to be thrown to the jugular while he stands as the saint. You can understand the tone of what I'm saying. If it doesn't go well with you, please scroll up and do have a nice day, because we've always maintained the stance on it to say that until what should we call it now? What do we call women? Weaker vessel, for lack of better words. And those 15 men were not able to see, were not able to experience what she, in quotes, did, despite the fact that a nurse was called upon who came to administer an injection, and immediately he suffered an anaphylactic attack. So a lot of things have been happening. And with this one that this Madam 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀 has said, I think the police should just invite her. She has a lot to tell us about it. The old dragging. They will say this tomorrow, people will go to the right. Once a little, people will go to the left. We will say this one today. A lot of people happen to go with the earth mentality, which is fine. I always tell people, for you to be a watcher of a particular program, you need to test if it's in line with your thought process, or if you think it will do you good to be able to, look at things from different perspective. So those who are in the other category of 𝗊𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀, you're free, have the floor. We don't tell people not to 𝗊𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀 again, because we see that people are getting tired of 𝗊𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, and they shouldn't get tired. Whatever you've started, we've sustained our stance from the beginning. So you just hold your stand with your 𝗊𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 that you were sharing very actively from the beginning of this case, and continue to share your 𝗊𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. Why people you are sharing it with you, that between them and their heart and God, they don't have any skeleton in their cupboard, you know, we'll continue to do good. Look at everybody else that stood for, let us face what we are here for. They were cursing them, cursing their children, you know, dragging them and everything. And the whole world is celebrating them. So you people should just stay in your dark room and enjoy. Allegedly, in Abuja, by one woman called 𝗕𝗏 If you're a follower of Justice for Mohbad in quote talkers on TikTok, you will know this gist I want to talk about. I'm just going to mention it very lightly because we are not here to drag anyone. Is what she said, and anybody can analyze whatever it is you come to see on social media. You know, once Madam 𝗕𝗏 decided to know this Madam Yetunde Raliat. Once she gone in, once working on 𝗫𝗏, we do not know. Yeah, well, Karimo came out. You can check previous videos where she was laughing and mocking this Madam Raliat. You know, all those kind of things. And I'm thinking to be like, 𝗂𝘁𝗃 dada, 𝗂𝘁𝗃 but I'm sure a lot of people will be following all this your 𝗂𝘂𝗯𝗀 to online, our aunties, I think even your own aunties. Discussions like this will help you know the kind of headspace the people you look up to are. So that Allah ma think about 𝗕𝗁 𝗕𝗁. So I will not say more than that. But auntie, reportedly by one 𝗕𝗏, you can go to TikTok and put it in the search.
But the woman actually mean what she's saying. I don't know why she's like she know what she's saying anyways. Let me just put it that way.
The same law. Let me just face the constitution first. The same law. There are so many institutions that are set up in Nigeria. And there are also so many institutions under that institution or a different thing that is meant to supervise or checkmate that institution. If you look at the educational sector, firstly, you kept saying people are rich. People, everybody, every Nigerian, they are just few ones. I don't know. I've not really seen people who are doing business the way it's meant to be. If you look at abroad now, probably the Western world or most economy that is running, you will see companies. People normally pass wealth, generational wealth, from their grandfather. You see somebody owning a farm, and they've been running that farm since 18 something. You get, but Nigeria, why is it that? Is it the constitution that says that you should run a farm after your demise? Nothing will just happen. We run a system that people are just being greedy. You get it? We are running a system that somebody will go to China. Somebody will go to China. The same person that went to China to import will be the person to distribute. Would it be the person will be the accountant of this thing? One person is making the money that over 200 people are meant to share. And we don't see it as bad thing. At the end of the year, you see people building houses that they are not going to wait, they are not going to live. And we feel that these things are right. Although it has become part of us that most of these things that we do, that we feel that we are making the money, we are not putting into consideration that most of those money are meant to be Nigerian money. Because there's nowhere in the world that you invest 10 million naira to get 70 million in 6 months or 200 million.
And this is why the constitution needs to be redrafted. If you're let me drop this. If there's a constitution that's put down in the place that if you are occupying office of government, you don't have any access to open an account of fraud. That's one of them.
I'm not talking about government.
Let's slow it down a bit. Hold on, engineer.
Mr. Ritchie.
No, hold on, engineer.
But he has to have it in his conscience that I'm ready to die for this country. Because he will need to step on a lot of toes, just like Ibrahim Traore is going through right now. Now, who the hell is in Nigeria who is ready for that? And then I'll hammer this. Know that your politics starts locally. The federal government is not your problem all the time. The problem I have with federal government is that they are not doing check and balance, which we need. Yes. Anyone who is ready to represent the public and stand as a representative of the public needs to declare their assets before they take any seats. One thing I would recommend that as Nigerians, we don't have the luxury. I think we don't need the Senate and we don't need the House of Reps, because all I see then is waste of money and waste of time. They don't do nothing in both chambers. So before you come out and start yelling, screaming, understand the politics of country, understand the system, know what is going on before you come out and think one individual is holding. No. And we have constitutional rights. We have a lot of things that even us, we don't know about and we don't check into and we don't make use of them. And then therefore we see as, oh, someone is controlled, someone is somewhere, some figure, I don't know how to, is someone sitting somewhere and controlling everything. Even your leaders are being controlled. So let's take a look at the Boko Haram thing that is in Nigeria. Who is sponsoring them? Who is giving them all the cars, all the vehicles that they are using, the ammunition that they are using? Who is sponsoring that? You don't even know. The unrest in Nigeria, the unrest that goes on in the northern part of Nigeria and elsewhere in the middle belt is profitable to some in the Western world. Your leaders would never be effective until there is a revolution. It doesn't have to be a military takeover. It can be a civilian we vote in who has a heart and say, no, I'm not going to take this anymore from you guys. Nigeria is a capitalist system at hand. And the only people who are benefit are the rich, and the rich will get richer. We don't need capitalism in Nigeria. We need social democracy in Nigeria because we have too many poor people in that country. Now, I'll yield my mic for now. I don't want to go to justice for Mohbad, but this, I'll just give you a brief of what I know that is going on in Nigeria. And a lot of people need to go back to their book and study the geopolitics of Africa before you come out and be yelling and, why knowing absolutely nothing about what is going on in Nigeria. Your leaders, I don't care whom you bring in, cannot do anything. The system is not run by them. They are encouraged. Why do you think they take our money, they loot our money, and they are encouraged to bring it to the Western world and invest there? And nobody, these Western leaders who claim that they have some love for us or they are checking our leaders for us, they allow them to invest those corrupt monies in their own country and say nothing about it. They take our most corrupt when we get to them and give them safe haven in their country. Think, Nigeria, think before you speak. Thank you.
Without further ado, G-Banks, let's have you. Jerry is waiting in the background.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Jank.
Good afternoon,
Jack. Good afternoon, Richie. Those are the two people I saw for me to come here.
I'm not even here. What are you doing here?
We are friends, we were enemies, and sometimes now we are friends again. We are all under justice for Mohbad.
No, we are.
My own is not much. I won't talk more than 2 minutes. And I will talk as someone that is on ground. I stay in Abuja and I'm a civil servant. And I will tell you the problem. This is my 16 years in civil service now, although I worked for the private firm before joining the civil service. But I will tell you the problem as it is. You see, you said Tinubu 2 years in office, what has he achieved? I can tell you some of the things Tinubu have achieved for the past 2 years. Number one is education sector. He has achieved, in at least for the first time, we are getting loans for students. I don't know if it was done in the 1960s or in the 1970s. But since when I was born, this is the first time I was hearing students are giving loans. And he has achieved in getting ASU back, because before he came in, ASU was on strike for almost a year. And he has assured the Nigerians that ASU will never go on strike again. He has released a reasonable amount for ASU, 50 billion naira, for ASU to at least take care of themselves and get the infrastructure in federal universities getting right. Number two is infrastructure. The Lagos-Calabar Highway, Coastal Highway, and the Lagos-Kebbi along the boundary between Nigeria and Benin Republic, they are ongoing now. Even though the Lagos-Calabar Highway has some political under to, maybe there was a time they were saying that the guys that built Lagos Resort Beach, there was a demolition. People want to politicize it, but later people have seen a big picture. The project has reached nothing less than 30% now. And I think he has done something on that when it comes to infrastructure. Abuja Kano, he has started the project again, the road dualization, and he's continued. Although Buhari started it, but he has continued it. Number three is the legacy debt he cleared. People must have heard that he cleared the debt in IMF. I don't want to dwell too much. Number four is local government autonomy. He has granted local government autonomy. Number five is the subsidy removal that I took both steps to take. For someone to, as a president, has taken that both step, I really commend him for that, because that is what Jonathan could not achieve. And he was able to do it, and even Buhari did it for 8 years. He didn't do it. So all these things, I'm not trying to say I'm in support. I believe APC can still do more. Because all these things are just basic things I believe within a year is supposed to have achieved. Because these are just policies. We should not wait for the past of 2 years before we can achieve all this. Having said that, let me tell you the problem of Nigeria. As at 2 years, 2, 3, 4 years ago, the problem of Nigeria was economy and power. Or that power can be political. But I'm talking to you now, it has migrated from economy and power to food insecurity now. Because there is hunger in the land, serious hunger. People are hungry. I stay in Abuja, and I know I go to the outskirts. I travel to Kaduna, I go to Kano, I go to all those places I believe I can go that is called Nigeria. I come to Lagos too. But I will tell you, if someone is 80% of people I know now, they are hungry because they can't afford the food items in the market. And they said an hungry man is an angry man. The rate at which we are going in this country, I'm scared for the next 1 year now. If we continue like this, the revolution will be more than this, because people will come out and protest. And I'm scared because by today now, some people, almost 500 Hausa youths, are in 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗔 And I'm telling you the truths at which those guys are migrating down south, because there's hunger here, there's nothing for them here. The people I give money, most times when I go out from penny early to penny, I see online, and the one I see, I give money just for them to eat. They will just ask for 500 naira for them to even eat. No work, nothing, and we are sitting on a gunpowder in this country, on a keg of gunpowder, because the rate at which things are going. Most northerners are migrating south, and the ones that cannot migrate among them are joining crime. And don't forget that these boys are 𝗷𝗔𝗓𝗓 right from when they were born. No father care, no mother care. They just grew up hanging plates in their neck, and they became adults and discovered that okay, they can make money from this. Some of them joined all these bandits, all these kidnappers that you see down south. They are all these boys. They know the terrain. They know the terrain those people used to migrate cattle down south. That's the same terrain they are using, and they are very good at the bush, more than any southerners. They can sustain themselves in the bush. That's why you see them kidnapping and walking distance in the bush. And this gunpowder has started affecting the southern because I hear now they have entered the whole state. They started kidnapping in the whole state. So what by night to enter Lagos? What am I trying to say? Hunger is the number one thing I expect Tinubu should have solved. That is agriculture, food security, anything you want to call it. Solve that. When you solve that, I believe the problem is still there. The correction and everything is something that we can be tackled. But number one thing, if they are hearing, please, the hunger is something they should solve first. Thank you very much. Let me stop here.
That's a wonderful submission, because I can see what you did there to, go through the mix. I think you're the first person that have been able to address this objectively, to be able to look at the pluses and the minuses where applicable. That's a wonderful submission. Really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, Jerry, let's have you.
Good afternoon, the IT guy. Good afternoon, African Television. Good everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, and I think I got fascinated more by the topic of the day, and it's going out of the regular discussion so far. So first, for me, if we're looking at what Tinubu has done in office to start with for 2 years, I don't think I will be part of the people that would appreciate him for infrastructure, whatever, or he's been doing roads, he's done this, he's done that. I'm not a party to that, because all of them have always talked about what we're building roads, we built railway, we did this, we did that, we've done all of that. Honestly, I'm not a party to that, because I don't believe that is a capital project that the country needs as we speak. Typically, there are a lot of things that we still needs to be done. Now, talking about the student loan as well, I will just pick these things little by little. I have about 4 points that I want to just talk on, and what I think the final solution might be going forward. So the student loan that was issued by, or that was signed into the law, constitution, whatever, by the president, by the current president, is not active yet. No students are collecting loan. So that was just a way of curbing the the issues that was on ground about the ASU back then, that they were trying, ASU was trying to go on trial, was it labor, all those things. So they just tried to put that in and make everybody sit back and say, okay, so that the students will not come out to protest or to row.
This is outside the topic of justice, right? They are just discussing like.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I mean, we could do our own if that's what. If we are not going to have any tips that are necessarily related, we could also do random topics. I have a lot to say about random topics, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. We still have like 10 minutes left.
Oh, okay. So it's really something I said 2 days ago about Tory Lanes. I want to highlight that as well, and also the ongoing case on P. Diddy. And I want to speak from the point of view of the entertainment industry, because I believe that one of the reasons that I feel like I need to speak out in justice for Mohbad, beyond the justice, is also the message to the young and coming artists, all the creatives in Nigeria, to be really, 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 really careful. Now, this message may be coming late. Hopefully it's on time. It can help save 1 or 2 people. Whether you're an actor, a streamer, a musician, anything in the creative space, I want you people to understand that Hollywood is actively recruiting influencers, creatives, and what have you in Nigeria. I want everybody to understand that. And it comes at a very, very high price, i.e., such as the sacrifice of 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃, which is why we are here. Unfortunately, 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃, by the time he realized he was in too deep and he was entrapped, he couldn't get out. And his family did not help matters because he came from a dysfunctional background. Not only were they dysfunctional, but to an extent they were also ignorant, like so many people are ignorant right now when it comes to the entertainment industry. Now, why do I bring up 𝗬𝗏𝗧? I pointed out that this guy, he's a young artist. I think he's an immigrant. His parents are from the islands, if I'm not mistaken, but he was born there or something. Anyway, I don't know too much about his background. All I know is he was a young artist signed with Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z's record label. Now, if anybody has done any kind of research into Rock Nation, there's been stories and rumors that are unpalatable, so I'm not going to go too much in there. But what happened to that young man is quite unfortunate. Now, he was dating Megan Thee Stallion. No, he was dating Megan Thee Stallion's best friend, who also happened to be her PA. Megan was the star, and she was not, but she was working for the star. Then he had, I think he cheated on 𝗀𝘁, who is Megan's PA, with Megan. So while they were at this party of Kylie Jenner, and he was getting too close to Kylie Jenner, Megan became jealous. And so an argument ensued, and they left the party. And unfortunately, while they were in the car, that's when the 𝗀𝘁 apparently is the one that shot. That you understand, that shot. That did the popo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now, but because all of these things was happening while this guy was trying to get, he owns his own masters, and he was trying to become an independent artist, meaning that he was signed on to Rock Nation, but he wanted to come out of Rock Nation, sort of like what Mohbad did, right? Mohbad was signed to the Malians, and then when he wanted to come out of the Malians, we all know the story, you understand? All these issues with Naira Marley and the rest of them. So the record labels are always trying to trap you. So he was in a lot of problems with Rock Nation, you understand? So this all happened during that time. So now, I think that Rock Nation kind of saw this as an opportunity, maybe to, you understand, to make the boy's life harder. So as it would stand, they convicted this boy, despite the fact that they did not find his DNA on the pistol, right? The pistol that was used. They didn't find his DNA on the residue. And the girl, because there were 3 of them in the car plus the driver, but for some reason they did not test the girl for her own DNA. Rather, they gave her immunity. They granted her immunity. And the person that was representing him, his lawyer, is actually an associate of Rock Nation. So it looks like the lawyer sabotaged the case, told him not to testify, which is very common in many of these defense cases. They'll advise their client not to testify. So it looks like that was what happened. So he never took the stand, and so he could never release. And it looks like one of his bail conditions was also that he should not even talk. So there was like a gag order on him. Either way, he was not able to tell his side of the story in front of the jury. But despite that, the jury did not have enough evidence to convict him regardless. But they sentenced him to 10 years imprisonment. Fast forward, all this while his father has been, after they gave the conviction, his father was on camera saying that, reiterating that the son is innocent. And all these 2.5 years, the father has been working behind the scenes, you understand, to get lawyers to overturn the conviction and all of that, his son is innocent. So while he's in jail, he releases a song, and he actually narrates this story, like in more words Also, he actually says that his own part of the story, stating that he was not the one that shot, Anyways, a few days, last week, they found out that the evidence came out, or evidence was going to come out, that 𝗫𝗁𝐶 had confessed to her driver, to her bodyguard rather, that it was 𝗫𝗁𝐶 that fired and not Tory. And they notified Megan's attorney, meaning they notified Rock Nation. And then fast forward a few days later, this boy was stabbed 14 times. 14 times he stabbed him in prison. He almost lost his life. Why am I repeating this story? Just to let you guys know that entertainment is dangerous business. And you see, we are crying about what is happening in Nigeria. But they are giving Nigerian artists a big platform right now. And everybody is happy about it. But they don't understand the inner workings of entertainment. Hollywood is more dangerous than what we find in Nigeria. I'm telling you people. Because a lot of them, to get to a certain stage in your, like, people can become famous and popular by organically, you understand? They do their song with their talent, but to attain a certain level of fame, like to get to the next level, they want to recruit you into their club, which, i.e., the Grammy Awards, the Met Gala, and all the various prestigious awards that we have come to know, which many times when people hear them, they are very happy for the artist. What they are not realizing is that the artist may be compromised or is on his way to being compromised. So you people should be very careful, because we applaud this thing, we celebrate this thing, but we are not realizing that really it is a trap for some of our young artists, our brothers. Some of these people we are talking about, they are brothers, they are friends, they are families, they are relatives. Regardless, they are Nigerian citizens. And I don't think that it is right for us to be encouraging this. If we are speaking about justice, if we are saying that we want to prevent these things from happening, because now it's going to happen at a much higher level. Now, speaking of 𝗔𝗫's case, many people may not be following, but the testimony from this lady, this 𝗁𝐶, is really, really horrifying. The kind of things that they were doing, these are freak-off parties. I want to educate us a little bit about it. These are not just ordinary freak-off parties. Some people say, oh, he's just a kinky person, and so we shouldn't care too much what happens in their bedroom. It goes beyond just what happens in their bedroom. These are satanic rituals. Remember in Mohbad's story again, because somebody may ask, why is she talking about this? Oh, we are talking about justice. Remember, rumor has it that Mohbad, they were trying to actively recruit him to join a court and to sacrifice his mom, right? Auntie, am I correct?
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
And that he denied, which was why they were after him. Now, think of what they were trying to do to Mohbad at a higher scale. Because with these people, what 𝗁𝐶 is, this is not hearsay, this is her testimony. Anybody can go online, you will find transcripts of her testimony. Okay? The past 1 week, up until Thursday, she was the one on stand. She was the first witness. They think this man, they'll bring all these escorts and she'll be performing on them orals, right? She's performing orals on them. And this guy is watching. And then once they are done, once she's done with the escort, they'll go into another room with 𝗔𝗫, and then I'm looking for, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, the semen, okay, from the escort, she will now take it and rub it on his chest. Why am I bringing this up? Because I said that it's a satanic ritual. It's called 𝗕𝗙𝗏. And this is something that the guy, they call him, he's like the father of Satanism, Aleister Crowley. He's written a book about it. A lot of these artists, when you see them doing the triangle sign, They are telling you they are part of that cult. You understand? If you look at many pictures of P. Diddy, his hand is always in the shape of a triangle. It shows that he's an initiate of the cult. The Telema, they believe in this ritual. They call it the law of love. And what they believe is that when they do that, like what I just described, right? The girl is performing on these people, and then after they take that fluid, that bodily fluid, and put it on him, he's able to access a higher power. You understand?
Yeah.
He's able to access a higher power and invoke higher spirits. So it's not just kink as people may think, it's actually a ritual. And they do this in a lot of their ceremonies, the after parties of these award ceremonies. The Met Gala is so secret. When all you people see is when they take pictures on the red carpet. The Met Gala is actually that Metropolitan Museum in New York, that they go, that hall where they go and they organize this event. It was actually built by 2 Freemasons. I think Roosevelt and I can't remember the name of the other guy. So inside the chair that is there, it has all these Masonic symbols and Masonic signs. I know some people may be uncomfortable with this subject, but I really need us to understand. And for those that it can save, I pray to God, it reaches those young boys and young girls. Let them know what they're signing into. And I'm telling you, they're coming to Nigeria. They're already in Nigeria. I see it. I see the artists. I see it in their music videos. I can tell a Masonic, an initiate from their music video. I can tell. The white and black checkerboard, which is very common in many music videos, is a sign that this person is part of that clan, that occultic people. Those you understand?
Yeah.
So they have this the Met Gala. When they go in, when they started the thing, it was just fundraising. It was as cheap as $5, I think. But now for you to participate, you have to pay because they claim that they are, fundraising for charity, okay? But a ticket is $50,000 per participant. So as Burna Boy was there, Burna Boy may not have paid the $50,000, whoever sponsored him, right? Because some of them are sponsored by different brands, like especially it's mostly fashion brands that sponsor them, because this is Vogue that organizes the Met Gala. This lady called what's that her name again? Oh my God, the editor of Vogue. She's a very prestigious lady. There was a movie about her, The Devil Wears Prada. The movie called The Devil Wears Prada was about this lady, Anna Wintour. She has been organizing it since, she has been the head of it since in the 1980s, but she didn't start it. It started in the 1930s, somewhere there. You understand? But ever since she has been there since the 1980s, and she's the one that sends out the invitations. It's very, very prestigious. It's not anybody can be part of it. You have to be part of the inner caucus, or they are about to elevate you to the inner caucus for them to extend an invitation to you. So it's usually high fashion brands that will invite you. And these fashion brands that will invite you, they will be the ones usually that will pay that $50,000. You understand?
Yeah.
So the likes of the Burna Boy and the Thames, they may have not paid it. It maybe is a fashion brand that they are showcasing their clothes. Now, what happens, especially with the male artists, if you observe, or even all the artists, most of the times in the Met Gala, the color is usually black and white, which is what I say. That is a Masonic sign. It's a Masonic symbol. We have the black and white checkerboard. They call it the yin and the yang, good and evil, the 2 sides of the coin. It's very symbolic in Freemasonry. So most of them will wear those clothes. But now, even more so, because they have these rituals that they do, because nobody knows. The cameras are only on the red carpet. Once they go inside, it's like there is a secret oath that they don't explain what. I think only authorized cameras can go inside the hall, but there's no access to the public, so nobody knows what really happens inside. I don't know. I can't say what, but people are suspecting that is more than just, you understand, that maybe some rituals go on there. For sure, maybe even if it's not during the fundraising itself, but the after parties are even more so. Why I say this, because we have seen pictures of some of the after parties where we have this lady, I mentioned her name the other day, Marina Abramovic. She's a woman that she does spirit cooking. Anybody can Google that and you see spirit cooking. It's not pleasant. They serve food that looks like, they present it in the form of a human being on the table. And see, have you seen where they will serve food, but they present a human being on the table? What does that tell you? Cannibalism.
Yeah.
So I'm really just trying to educate the public that be careful what we are celebrating and promoting. And these young, impressionable children, you understand? Yeah. I'm not saying they are not talented. Many Nigerians, they are super talented. But you see, the devil is always looking there for the talented to destroy their lives.
Exactly.
He's not looking for people that have nothing to offer.
No.
So at the pinnacle of your talent, they will come for you. And when you sign that contract, trust me, you think that, oh, it's really nothing, Please, like I said the other day, the devil has been in business for more than 2,000 years. It's not you that will outsmart him today. You understand? It is not you and I. And he succeeded to outsmart all these other people. So either you are a willing participant or you cannot claim ignorance. But there is a height of success that if for you to get to those platforms, I saw it at the 𝗵𝘃𝗀𝗀. I can see it already. It's happening. That's why I'm just saying this, because when people talk, they say, oh, you're jealous or you're conspiracy theories, but this is real. Why do I know it's real? Because all the things that all these so-called conspiracy theories have been talking about, 𝗁𝗁 is now on the stand and she's testifying to it. So it's not a lie. For 10 years, this girl was doing freak-offs, helping Diddy in these rituals, these satanic rituals. He's not just a freaky guy, but he's a very, very high occultist. And every celebrity was with him. Name any celebrity, you've seen them there at these white parties. He's the one that made all these boat parties. Now, people are doing boat parties to celebrate different things. That came from P. Diddy because he made it popular. He's the one who started all this white party on the yacht. You know, now we are all doing it for different occasions. I'm not saying that we are all doing ritual. I'm just saying he popularized that concept. He made it glamorous, right? So a lot of people are now doing it. But you see how somebody like that can influence a whole generation of people, and most people don't even know what is happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So I just thought I should share that again. And if I have another, I'll still say it because I really want people to know Nigeria is the next. They are looking for all these YouTubers. They are looking for them, giving them contract. You see somebody who just blow on TikTok, on YouTube. You understand?
Yeah.
They will just blow like that. You think? I'm not saying that. I'm not discrediting their talent. Please, nobody should get me wrong on that. I'm saying that these people are talented. They are gifted at what they are doing, but they are also a target of the devil. He's not sleeping. The Bible says the devil is looking for whom? He's roaming around like a lion, looking for whom he might devour. And he's looking for the talented to destroy them. He's always the talented. He has no business with people who don't have anything to offer him.
No, I like this story. At least people will learn, people will share, people will understand what is going on. Some people don't know. I know the music industry is a dark world. I know that. It's not funny. And this is part of what Mohbad went through.
This is the source of Mohbad's problem, Auntie Ada.
Yeah.
This is the source of his problem.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the creative, when I said the creative, it's not just the artist. It's sometimes, and because this thing, see, 𝗁𝗁 herself, she signed, she was supposed to release 10 albums, right?
Yeah.
For P. Diddy. But I think she only released one. So for the rest of, you understand?
Yeah.
It's like the 10 years, because I was wondering, I said 10 albums, and she was with him for 10 years. Is that symbolic or what? I don't know, but it just struck me like, okay, is it a coincidence that she was with him for 10 years? So it's almost as if the 10 albums, right, were notified the period of her contract, because it's after 10 years, going to the 11th year, that she was able to separate from him. So it almost seems like she was contracted to be with him for 10 years.
Exactly.
And to serve this satanic, depraved purpose. All she became was a sex worker, a hooker for him. During this, she says she will do, the things will go on for, it lasted from 24 hours to 4 days. Until that.
Wow.
All she's doing is performing orals on different male escorts. So she had to be on drugs, like different kind of drugs, just to black out, do you understand? To dissociate herself from her reality. But all we saw is her on the red carpet with her fancy clothes, you understand?
Yeah.
Like we see some of these people.
Some of them, yes.
Fancy clothes. We don't know what they are doing behind the scene. She said her mouth was full of sores. She had sores in her mouth all the time that even antibiotics could no longer heal her.
I know. Hey! I think I'll Google it and bring it tomorrow. That's sad. I didn't follow the story that much. I was listening, but because of my time, I just, I listened to it a bit, but I didn't follow it the way you follow it now. I did not.
Her testimony is, and she's just one witness. So they have not.
They have not called. Just imagine.
She's just one witness. You understand?
Yeah.
And mind you, they are charging him for RICO, which is racketeering and what is it? Racketeering, kidnapping, something like that. You understand?
Yeah.
So what he's explaining right now sounds more like harassment, right? Assault and harassment.
Yeah.
That it sounds more like that, but she's just one witness, because we haven't even gone yet to the kidnapping and the rest of them. And apparently it involves also underage children, right? And there is evidence of this already on the internet. Rumors have been going on for years. Justin Bieber is the clear example. Justin Bieber. I don't know if anybody has seen him recently, but you have to take a look at that boy. He is rather man, because I think he's like 33 now. This person is lost completely, Justin Bieber. Recently, he was at the, how do they call this festival there in the UK? This popular festival in the UK. He was there, and he was completely stoned, out of his mind, stoned. And people have been raising concerns about him, because all the time when you see him, it's like he's very, very high. And apparently he has a song called Yummy, where the people are suspecting, when they interpreted, they said he's actually singing, explaining or exposing the time that he was with Diddy, when they, essayed him, because he was essayed. He was sodomized. This child, they literally took this young boy from the age of 15, and Diddy was grooming him and sodomizing him, breaking him. So now he has all these dissociative disorders, right? That he's trying to, and he's using drugs to cope with them. And he did the same to Usher. But Usher, unfortunately, has also become a groomer, because Usher is the one that gave Justin Bieber to Diddy. So this is a whole cartel and a whole cabal. And these are people that our young ones look up to, have been celebrating for many years. Yeah. So me, that's why I said that's why I can't stand people who idolize, who are fanatical. I can't stand it, because I'm like, it's not that I don't like the stars themselves. You can appreciate the talent, you understand, and just leave out the artists, because a lot of them, we really don't know what is going on behind closed doors. I know. Some of them don't even want to do what they are doing anymore. Yeah. Because they have sold themselves so bad that there is no way for them to get out. They are trapped.
That is true.
They are trapped, and they may not be able to speak out, maybe out of fear, for whatever reason, I don't know. Some of them may like it, but there's sure many that don't, but they feel trapped and they can't get out of it. And I'm saying this all to tell, especially the young actors. I see a lot of Nollywood actors now, the young ones, talented. It broke my heart the other day. There's a young actor that I used to just love. He was so disciplined and see that. Then I started seeing him throwing the sign, the eye of the horrors. You see those photographs that they always do and cover their eyes. Somehow they do it stylishly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is a sign. That is a sign. Like, why is everybody taking a picture and somehow you understand your one eye, because that is a sign, that is a Masonic symbol, it's a clear Masonic symbol, the sign behind the dollar bill. So nobody should come and say, oh, people are just, no. I'm not saying, some of them maybe they're just doing it ignorantly. I don't know, but to me, especially when you have reached a certain level in your craft, when these people call you and they give you endorsements and stuff like that, you would have to do it, whether you like it or not. You will have to do it. It's part of the contract. You must throw up the sign to show that you are part of them now. Otherwise, they won't give you. Your talent got you there, no doubt. You understand? Like this young man I'm talking about, I don't want to call his name because, and there are many of them. So let me know if people should just look out for these signs that I'm talking about. There are many of them. They are, I'm telling you, Auntie, that these boys are talented. There's one Ghanaian one, then this Nigerian one, really, really famous. And they did a major movie with one big female superstar. If you know, you know. Now,
according to Juice Lover.
No. This is not according to this. Is
no. The language you use, if you know, you know. Just want something he write today. Okay. He didn't want to call their name. He did not want to call their name, and he said, "I've given you enough proof. You know, you know."
Right.
So I don't want to call names. Yeah, that's what he said today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on his post.
So, yeah. So their craft got them there. You understand? But what will keep them there is now these initiations and all of these things. And it usually will not start out. They will not necessarily start out telling you to do things that are outrageous, right?
No,
because they watch you. Before they come to you, they would have watched you, they would have studied you. So they'll know how to get to you first before they start getting you to do maybe anything that is depraved. And depending on how far you want to go, you know, there are certain things that you might do. Some people may just stay at the lower level and refuse to go any higher and accept maybe, I guess, rituals that they can bear. But at different levels, you have to do different kind of rituals. It's not all the same. You know, some of them is blah like Kanye West. Kanye West actually said it himself. And the funny thing is, Auntie Ada, these people always say it. They'll tell you, they'll make it, you sound like it's a joke, but it is not. They are serious. They'll be saying it. I saw myself for the devil. They're saying it. Cardi B said it. It sounded like she was saying it as if it's a joke. It's not a joke. 𝗁𝗏 𝗏𝗏, he's a streamer. He's the biggest streamer in the US. He said it.
Yeah, you think maybe they are joking.
He wasn't joking.
No, you think they are joking. You think that it's just a joke.
No, they are not. They're not joking. Because, you know, they have a concept. The Masons have a concept where they call hidden in plain sight. So they have to say it somehow. But to the normal person, they're like, oh, it's just a joke. Oh, it's just a conspiracy. Because that's how it's supposed to be. So that you people don't believe, right? Or you think that, no, they are very, very serious. And they say it that's why they throw up those signs. You understand? They don't have to. You don't have to take a picture and cover your eye or do something about the eye. Everybody is doing something about the eye. They might use like a camera and put it there. You think that, it's just a posing style. No, but why is it that it's somehow, you understand? Sometimes it's just their hair. So it's always different creative ways that they use, but they're always highlighting the eye. One of it is closed. You understand? They're always somehow highlighting the eyes. Especially with the women, it will always be like their hair. One side, you understand? People just say, it's just a side sheet. No, it is very, if you check the cover of Vogue, you always see it. Most Vogue covers, that when they take, whoever is doing the cover page is always like that. Wow. Because Vogue is one of those Masonic brands. So I'm just saying it. So when people now start seeing their favorites on Vogue covers, let them know that this is what it takes. The person has probably paid the price to be on that Vogue cover. And it's not what you might want to hear. Now, when they put a target on your bag, like they did Mohbad because he was refusing, sometimes it may not go well. If somebody may refuse and they'll still come after him and try to silence him. Maybe because he came across a secret, right? Mm-hmm. Like they said in the case of Mohbad, that he came across a secret. So it was almost like, okay, they had to take him out.
I suppose that Mohbad knows too much. Mohbad knows too much as well.
Yeah. Because I'm sure he saw things. He saw things. I'm sure he saw a lot of things. And so they were afraid. Yeah, they were afraid that he was going to divulge those things. Anyway, those are the things that were. But I can believe it because I have listened enough to people that have been in the industry that have come out to expose them, particularly in Hollywood. You understand? That is why I'm able to see the same pattern that is now being played out in the Nollywood industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Candy. Thank you much. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Justice for Mohbad. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Thank you for that enlightenment.
Right. I'm telling you. Yeah. I think we should go more to that topic tomorrow.
Our young boys out there, they need to understand what is going on.